I don't even know how to get into this topic. YouTube?
The internet.
Oh, I've heard of that.
Yep.
I got that website sometimes. I go there. It's on my hot bar.
I've heard of this website. Tell me more.
What's a hot bar?
Well, like right under where you type stuff, like web addresses, you got your like shortcuts or whatever.
Oh, a bookmark.
Bookmark.
Bookmark bar?
Bookmark bar. Sure, we'll go with that. It's on there. It's right next to Tumblr and Idle Thumbs.
You have a Tumblr account?
Yeah, I barely use it, but I do have a Tumblr account. But that's not important, because YouTube.
YouTube. So, we have a YouTube channel. Top Down Perspective does.
Yeah.
And I guess all of us do if we have a Google account.
Yeah,
So, the collective
we all have access to it.
The Royal We has a YouTube channel. So, for those
Mhm.
listening at home, you have a YouTube channel. Congratulations.
Congrats!
Yeah! Way to go.
Congratulations! Yay!
Yay! All the things you can learn by listening to this podcast. Point is, I finally figured out how to get videos longer than 15 minutes up on the YouTube channel.
Oh, good.
So we
Which
have
apparently
stuff like...
benefits me, because I ramble.
So
and
Nathan's
such.
Miasmata Ramblin' Roar is now live,
Topical.
that he made back at the end of August.
Yeah, celebrating the 1-year anniversary of that game. Almost.
You know you're a big fan.
Yeah.
As well as people had been asking to get the podcast on there, so now we can do that. So last week's episode is on there, and I can put this one up as well.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Google Hangouts, which is equally important.
You can wear monocles on it.
So we're going to try that out.
One.
Some live Google Hangouts. Specifically, if you're listening to this, we've already done one.
Yeah, check out Beyond. If you've played Beyond Two Souls, check out our spoiler discussion.
Right, but if you haven't played it and don't want to hear about everything in it, don't go check it out.
Yeah,
Or
don't watch it.
just go there and watch it on mute so that we still get a viewer, but you don't actually hear any of the good stuff.
And you're just like, why is Nathan wearing a monocle in this part? Maybe he's saying something
And then
important,
click all
but-
the ads, I guess.
Yeah, you don't get to know.
Don't
I don't
you?
even know what ads they'll show. Like, that's kind of the part I'm worried
It'll be
about.
like
it'll
cars
just be-
and stuff, right? Isn't that what they show on YouTube? John, you would know more about this.
They show whatever the hell people pay for.
Yeah.
Like, I hope it's
People pay
generic
for
stuff like
cars.
that.
Apparently, there's been
like-
Russian political ads on YouTube before,
Great.
so
That's something I would pay for, so...
vote for Putin.
No, I thought he was alright. Morally compromised? I don't know.
Are you saying don't vote for him, Nathan?
It's
I'm
traditionally
saying
supposed to
don't
be
vote.
related to what the subject matter of the video is.
Are you saying top-down
okay.
perspective does not
Supposedly.
relate to Putin?
So if you post like a Metro 2033 video, would it just throw Russian stuff on there?
Probably.
Okay. That makes sense.
I think I've actually heard of that being the case.
The more you know.
Really? Okay.
Anyway, point is, at the time of people listening to this, Nathan and I, Sean, have done a spoiler video for Beyond, and we're going to do it live, which, if you missed it, it's going to be archived on the YouTube channel. If you are somehow hearing us talk right this second, which not only is creepy, but impressive, you can tune in after
if you're
this
me.
podcast. Yes. John, if you want to tune in to this podcast,
I did want to spoil this game I bought for myself.
But you're literally the only person that is an audience at this point.
I'll be there.
So, yeah. Great. That's good. But yeah, so we're going to experiment with that. I also think we should experiment with just doing the normal podcast on Google Hangouts. Because that'll save me
Then
doing
I actually have to
editing time.
dress up for the podcast.
Then you'll have to
Yeah,
dress up. Or dress
like-
down for the podcast.
Wow, chicka, wow, wow.
So.
Like, I'm going to have to change before the Beyond Two Souls thing, and I'm not going to elaborate.
Or just, put the webcam high up so we only get, like, your neck and up.
Oh, okay.
You could do that.
And then
That'd look
mystery.
weird, but also kind of funny. But who
Okay.
knows? Anyway, so we're doing stuff, so keep an eye on our YouTube page. I don't know what it's called, but you can search Top-Down Perspective in YouTube, and you'll find it.
It'll be listed on my channel as well.
It's
There'll be a
also
direct
on
link
John's
my
channel. It'll have an icon that looks like the icon we always use.
The waveform with TDP written on it.
Yes, so... Take it away, host master!
Well, YouTube is a platform used to show video game videos, and we talk about video games here on the Top Down Perspective. I am your host this week, Jonathan Wheeler, and I am joined as usual by Nathan Rohr.
Oh, hey. Hi, guys.
And Sean Booker.
I'm here. Does that mean we also talk about cats and cat videos?
Yes, don't we always?
I would
And
hope so.
dubstep. every week.
Yes, it's actually dubstep cat videos. It's just
man.
meowings of cats turned into dubstep songs.
There is
That
that
probably
Anamanaguchi
exists.
song, so
That's true. Meow is a decent song.
which is pretty close.
Sean,
What's up?
have you been playing video games?
I've been playing a lot of video games.
Tell me about them.
I will tell you all about video games. Guess what I'm playing right now?
Cloudberry Kingdom?
Crackdown 3.
Snowcraft.
Crackdown 3?
Crackdown
He's
3.
playing Saints Row 4.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Bringing it back from last week and the week before.
Gotta collect all these orbs while we stream. And by stream,
Have
I
you
mean
finished
record.
the story part of that?
Is the story collect orbs?
I think
'Cause-
if you collect all of them, then there's like a cutscene or
Alright, do
something.
you want to know where I'm at with collecting orbs?
Yeah, yeah.
Alright, I'm loading up the menu right now.
Or clusters. as I
Clusters,
think
that's what they're called, right.
Yeah.
Alright, stats. Hang on. This is great. Radio. Alright, I have 358.
Good God. How many are there? 400?
There are
A lot.
1,255.
That's too many. That's like 6 times as many bananas as there are in DK64.
Here's a question. Do they show up on your map at all?
You can unlock something that it does, and I just unlocked it.
Oh, thank God. That's my biggest annoyance with open world games that do that. That's one of the things that bugged me with Infamous, was that you could find the shards, but only if you stared at your radar and kept using like the sonar move.
Yeah,
This little
click
pulse
the
thing.
right stick down and whatnot.
Yeah, unless
Yeah.
there was something that later on unlocked the ability to see them on your map. I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't get into the
Or like
collecting
the
that much.
feathers in Assassin's Creed 2. Or like the letters in GTA 5, which I'm never going to find because I don't think they show you. But yeah. Maybe there's a website.
But anyway, I have also
Oh,
been
there
going
is.
through the story a bit, well, pretty significantly, because a lot of the abilities only unlock once you get the once you go through some of the story. So I've been going through that. I've been doing a lot of the side missions as well, but I'm slowing down on those because I'm caring less and less about them, because they're more just kind of, you should go over here and fight these guys, and then run over here and fight these guys, and we'll come up with some narrative reason for that.
Okay. Is there still the side mission where you're on fire and you drive through cars? And blow up
Not
stuff.
that I've seen. No, there's the one where you have to get hurt in traffic.
Okay. Oh, so the insurance thing is still there.
Yeah.
Okay. Is the hose thing where you're stealing hose? As a
I don't
prostitute.
believe anything like that, no.
Wait, what?
Okay. There's one where you're basically like escorting a bunch of prostitutes all around town, and that has been in like every Saints Row game. So
I don't believe that's in this one. I haven't seen it.
Okay. There you
And
go.
I also don't, from Saints Row 2, I don't know why I'm thinking about this, but there was that one mission where you had to put poop on the whole city.
Mm-hmm.
The garbage truck one?
Yeah. Well, I think it was like a septic truck.
Sewage truck, whatever.
I don't believe that's in here either, if people are curious. So yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. Let's talk about some newer games.
Well, okay.
Gone Home is
Saints Row
newer.
4 is pretty new.
Yeah. That's
Well,
not
Gone
bad.
Gone Home is newer.
Is it? I thought it came out just before PAX.
Gone Home came
So-
out in September?
No, I think it was August.
Well, so
'Cause
was
it
Saints Row.
Well, I definitely played it before I went.
I'm
to PAX,
on the
so
case.
It might have been the same 2-week span or whatever.
They
but
were
sure,
pretty close
okay.
together. I remember that much.
Less people have played Gone Home, probably.
All right,
so-
Gone Home came out August 15th,
Yeah.
Saints Row was later.
August 20th.
Let's talk about older
5
games.
days.
Older games, yeah.
5 days later.
Let's talk
Gone
about Gone
Home.
Home and stop being idiots.
Okay, sorry. Fulbright Company.
Wikipedia!
Steve Gaynor.
Fulbright Company, yes. So, Gone Home, I had a ton of fun with that. Nathan, thank you for owning that game.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Yep.
Steam sharing. It is
Steam
the
sharing,
future.
you just don't even need to buy games, and wish lists are irrelevant now.
Yeah.
More
'Cause
if
any
you
game
have
that I
a
could
lot of
want,
good friends.
I just
You've got
need to
good
check
friends.
your guys first, and one of you will probably have it.
Yeah. Like I probably should have. Like I
Yeah.
need to get used to checking first because
Yeah.
I actually bought some stuff that I didn't need to buy.
Yeah, so for people who
But-
don't know, Nathan sends a Twitter message to John and I earlier this week saying, hey, I just bought the Stanley Parable so you guys can get in on that. And then both John and I go, oh, John already has it and we've played it. Thanks.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh, so you're welcome, guys who made Stanley Parable. I just gave you $12.
Hey, they're not going to
Well,
complain.
we'll get into that later.
Yeah.
So
okay,
Gone
so
Home-
Gone Home.
I really enjoyed it. I can't, you can't talk about it too much, you'll spoil it, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But it definitely sets up some real cool stuff. I'm a total wuss, so having the lights not turned on, I don't know if that was a mistake for me, but it was definitely a spooky house to walk around in.
To be fair, you're scared of Bioshock.
A little bit.
Yeah.
Yes. Bioshock
I like that
1.
they contextualize that, but I guess, again, you can't really elaborate without spoiling things. So that's a detailed house, dude. You can find.
That's a huge house. Like, that's kind of one of the things that isn't realistic is who has a house this big?
Well, they kind of get into that, too, because it's like this weird uncle who had this big old house. So...
There's a reason for the house existing, but it's still just like, man, this house has like 100 rooms, and I guess you need 100 rooms because you have to do stuff.
Yeah.
But this house is huge.
It's a big house.
It's a
big country
office
house.
building. Anyway,
anyway,
it's really
I
great.
guess can't elaborate.
The ending kind of really got to me in some emotional ways. I won't get into those too much. But they really play on your expectations in some crazy ways. And it did some really cool stuff. And I wish I could talk more about it, but
do you kind of see what I see though? Like it's like a one-time profound experience though. Like you can't really go.
I probably wouldn't go through it again. I could see myself maybe thinking, did I miss anything?
Yeah, like there was definitely a few hours after I finished it where I was like digging around and finding nooks and crannies I hadn't seen before. But after I'd like explored almost everything, I was like, all right, I guess that is over forever.
Yeah. As well as that though, they just came out with commentary.
Oh, okay. That's
so you can go through it again with lots of commentary. I did load it up and I listened to a bit of it. But not all of it, because there's...
Do you know who's on there? Like
basically everyone. You got Chris Remo, the music composer. You've got some of the environment artists. You've got that Steve Gaynor.
Yeah, but is it like Chris Remo only talks when it's relating to music, or are they all in a room together talking?
It's usually, you'll kind of walk up to a little light bulb icon, select it, and then one person will pop up and talk about one thing.
Okay, so it's like I have something.
Sometimes
to do with
it is contextual, like for example the Christmas goose at the beginning. There'll be something about why that's there. Whereas other times you'll find, and again, I only kind of played the beginning with the commentary, so it was maybe a bit more general than what it actually is. But sometimes it'll just be like, I'm just going to tell you about the music at this point.
Okay,
or,
well, that sounds neat. I didn't know they added that, so I'll probably
they just added that. Yeah, you have to go into the options in order to enable it, though.
Yeah. Did you do any weird stuff with the options? Like, did you play with the controller? Did you turn off notifications or whatever? Or
I didn't touch the notifications at all when I first played it. I was playing through with the controller.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm pretty sure I went pretty pure.
I'm trying to I guess it default lights up when you're interacting with something, right? Like the object lights up.
Oh, I have no idea.
Doesn't it? Well, I guess when I was playing with the controller, I found it was like kind of weird. You'd have to line up your sight a little strange to interact with the thing. Did you have any issues with that or no?
I was pretty fine.
Look to the left of the thing so your right arm can touch it.
No, I was pretty good.
Okay. Never mind. Whatever.
Nothing stuck out to me, so I'm assuming it was good.
Okay.
But, John, yeah, you should play that. The game's like 2 hours.
All right, I'll keep that one in mind. I really enjoyed another game that we all mutually played, so...
Mm-hmm.
If people have been saying if you enjoyed that, you might enjoy this, but for different reasons. So
right. Okay. Well, let's just get to that because I already mentioned it.
Yeah.
We all played through the Stanley Parable. I guess just for myself first, I went through the demo, which I highly recommend anyone should also go through the demo because it's demo specific content.
Yeah. I played the PAX demo, which I guess is its own thing. Like
that's also specific. Yeah.
Seeing there was a Steam demo, I was like, oh, that's probably like a modified version of the thing I played, but by the sound of it, it's like, no, they just kept making more.
No. So did either of you guys play the demo?
No. I watched someone else play through a special demo made for them. That was it.
Okay, so the demo's pretty good because it's kind of more of a commentary on making game demos. Because the thing with the Stanley Parable is you can't really talk about anything about it, again, like Gone Home, because the idea of just playing it is what's interesting about it, and discovering these things is interesting. Mm-hmm. It's kind of a game about games, and the demo is a demo about demos. So the whole time you're kind of just like the narrator's kind of being like, hey, we're going to show you the demo now, but then something will happen and be like, oh, well, we can't show you that part, but let's get to the demo, and then it won't work. And he's like, wait, but you haven't done the demo yet, and it...
Yeah. Like the PAX demo was a demo about noisy show floor demos, so it gets even more specific. Like, it assumes there's an audience there and talks as though there's a bunch of people there, which there were. It's weird. Like, they're, like, the most self-aware game ever.
Well, and that's the whole point of it, though. It's, like, not to a fault.
Yeah, no, like, it's pretty funny. Like, I definitely was laughing at during that demo and also yesterday while I was playing with the full game.
Right. So yeah, so the game is about, tropes you would find in video games, and it's quite funny. It's hard to
really
talk about
get into it, but I guess like the Truman Show.
Kind of. It's
a
game. It's a game basically like breaking down narrative in games and choice. It's about choice and not about choice at the same time.
Right. So the entire time there's a narrator, and he's kind of like, you play as Stanley, but sometimes you play as the guy controlling Stanley. Like, it goes back and forth.
Yeah.
But essentially, you're moving a guy named Stanley around, and the narrator's like, "Well, Stanley went through the left door," and if you go through the right door, the narrator will then he'll talk and be like, "Oh, well, I guess Stanley went through the right door because he's bad at listening to stuff." And there's so many different ways you can kind of mess around with, well, I'm going to do the opposite. And it's kind of great to see how much of the game the developers actually, like you might think you're trying to break it, but you're not. The developers thought of that way already.
Yeah. The amount of thought that they put into this game is ridiculous.
Right.
Like, I'm assuming just tons of playtesting and like then accounting for those scenarios.
Well, keep in mind, this is basically a remake of a Half-Life 2 mod.
Right.
Which I did play.
Okay.
And I did play it a couple years ago, and I was kind of skeptical about it being a commercial release, because it's just like, how do you do that again and then expect me to pay for it? But even with just what I saw last night, like, there's way more scenarios in there. Like, they account for a thing I did early in the game to break the game that actually did work in the demo. Like, you could or in the early one, in the mod, there were a couple things that the narrator didn't account for, but now he does, so they've definitely paid attention and fleshed it out. So yeah, I don't know. I have no idea how to like say how far I am or how much I've seen. Like,
well, let me put it this way: there's like 20 different endings.
No, okay. I think there's like 30.
Rough estimate. Yeah,
there's a lot.
I've seen half a dozen,
there's a lot.
maybe. So I have more to play. But...
I feel like I've seen like maybe 15.
Okay.
I found a few on my own, because it's easy for you to kind of determine, like, well, I went left here, so I know there must be something to the right.
Yeah.
Eventually, I just kind of looked up like a map to do some of the other weird ones, like stuff I just not even thought of.
Mm-hmm.
And I will say I have gone to an ending that has credits, and I kind of feel like that's kind of where I stopped.
Significant.
Did
point.
you?
Yeah, okay.
Did you get to, I guess, the behind the scenes area?
Like the museum.
Yeah.
That's the one I'm talking about.
That.
Yeah.
Oh wait,
okay.
That one has credits too?
Like, it's not credits
like
rolling, but there's like walls with credits.
There are two endings I've seen at least with credits.
Oh, okay, so I've seen, I guess, one of them.
I have two then, so I don't know.
One is a traditional like crawling.
Oh, okay, I haven't seen
credits.
that one.
Okay. I don't even remember how you get that one. Jeez.
Well,
some of these endings, it's hard to remember how to get them.
Right, because so another crazy thing that happens in the game is often, because you're doing weird things, the narrator will be like, "Hey, you know what? I'm just going to restart the game," and then it will just restart. But what's kind of crazy is a lot of the times when you restart it, and you'll actually realize, oh wait, this isn't a restart of the game. This is something new, and the narrator doesn't even know that either.
Yeah, there's literally one ending where you restart the game, I think, like 6 times.
Yes, I gotten that one as well. That's the one where you find the weird little mini game, right?
No, that's a different one.
Okay, well, okay. I've done a lot of stuff.
Well, now we're just talking vaguely about weird, specific stuff, but
yeah, it's weird. Like, even if we say specific things, it's like,
and it just makes no sense. Like, everyone's just like yelling into their headphones that this is just nonsense words.
Did you get Confusion? I guess
I got Confusion. That's like the 6th ending one, right?
That's the one I was talking about.
Yeah, I've got the Confusion ending.
The other one you were talking about, I've gotten as well. I think that was actually the first one I got.
This conversation, like, even though I'm a part of it, it makes no sense.
That's the best part, and that's what I love about Stanley Parable. It's so hard to describe, yet it's, if you've played the game, you know exactly what we're talking about.
So, would you recommend the buy?
Yes.
Yeah.
Now,
entertaining.
Because it's normally about $15. I don't know if the sale's still on, but it was $12 for the last week. I definitely recommend it if you have a friend that buys it, or 2 friends that buy it. Actually, one interesting thing I noticed, so John had it in his list of games.
Yep.
And then when Nathan bought it, John lost it, and it went to Nathan.
What?
Oh, weird.
And I think that's because Nathan sits higher in the alphabetical order of my list.
Oh, that makes sense.
So I feel like if Paul buys anything you guys have, it'll always go to him, because he's at the top, excluding me, obviously.
Yeah.
But now it's not in John's list anymore, and as far as Steam is concerned, Nathan owns that game.
Weird, okay.
So you took it from
John.
John.
Learning the nuances of Steam family sharing. But I don't know, like, I spent a solid, like, well, it was exactly 88 minutes with it, but that's like a movie, right?
Here, I'll make
And I'm
I'll
gonna
make
go
a
back.
definitive statement for people who are
All
on the
right,
fence
quoting
about
him right here.
Mm-hmm.
You can put
If you
this...
want to just get a ending of the game and be done with it, the core ending of the game is like 5 minutes.
Oh, really?
There's an ending that's literally like 2 seconds from the beginning of the game.
Oh, right, that one too. Well,
Which-
okay, well, if you want the recommended ending, this is a game about.
I don't think there's a
basically-
recommended ending.
No, well, I mean the narrator's ending is what.
Oh, if you want to like go his route.
Yeah, if
Okay.
you want to go, if you want to
that's
do,
true.
if
I
you want to
did
do the story
see
by
that
the
one,
book to get like
so-
the achievement for
yeah.
quote unquote
Anyway.
beating the game, it takes like 5 minutes.
Short game.
But you can also
But-
mess that one up like 3 different times, or even at the very end, you can just choose the other option and stuff.
Yeah,
Well, it's kind of it's about exploring the possibility space they give you, though. So there's tons of different things.
Right.
So
if
you're
you
gonna
if you just
actually
want
engage with
one
it-
ending, it's gonna take like 5 minutes or less. If you want to
What a
enjoy,
non-definitive statement.
Yeah.
If you want to enjoy the game fully for what it is designed for, it'll take a couple hours.
yeah.
But
it's
the
an
thing is, you're
entertaining,
not going to
funny
find
couple
every ending
hours.
unless you have help.
Yeah.
So,
Well, you
So-
could
some of
though
them are
if you
well
want to
hidden.
explore it. So
Well, I mean,
I
did
don't
any of you get the console ending?
I don't even.
I've
no,
only
and I
just
would never
done
have known
one
how to
playthrough,
do that,
so-
or like I
yeah,
didn't even.
I
go
had to
into
watch
it.
that one because I wasn't going to touch that one.
Right, I didn't want to. I didn't feel like typing shit and whatnot. I will
Um,
say, okay, so kind of, I don't really know how much more we can say about this, but did you guys do the broom closet thing?
Yes.
That part's really good.
The part like I love how he's just like welcome player 2.
Right? Yeah. No, it's
Yeah.
pretty good.
Okay, I
It-
stood in the broom closet for a bit, but again, I
Oh,
don't.
you didn't-
apparently
you didn't do
weren't
the
there
broom
long
closet?
enough.
Yeah, just
Okay.
hang out in there for a while,
He's got some pretty funny
and the
dialogue.
narrator
with
will
that broom
keep
closet.
talking,
hmm
and he'll just keep talking, and it gets pretty funny because he gets kind of
Okay.
annoyed.
Did you
Yeah.
ever walk past the broom closet multiple times?
No, see, this is the weird thing. Just walking past an area multiple times changes it. I didn't know that.
No, if you keep going in the broom closet, eventually he'll get so fed up he will board up the broom closet anytime you go through the story from there on out.
Oh, amazing!
That's
Okay.
incredible. But okay, we can't say anything more.
Yeah,
about
now
this.
we're spoiling.
It's
stuff,
so yeah.
There's a lot of great things. It's just like it's probably one of the best exploration games because
it's
it knows
a pretty good mindfuck
because
game too.
gamers, inherently they want to try and break it and see what's going to happen.
if
Like they
you're
want to just
yeah.
like, well, he's saying I should do this way. What if I just kill myself? Well, they're expecting you to just kill yourself.
Yeah, that's another thing. If you're the kind of person who loves breaking games, this is your game.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah. So no, it's pretty good. I definitely
I'm
recommend
trying to
to play
think
as
though.
well.
Like, do you think this game is really most rewarding to people who have played a ton of games because you get what's going on? Like,
I think
would
it's
it-
more people who get like story tropes because it's
Yeah.
more about like narrative and
Well, you're
taking
asking
apart
like,
narrative.
could you show your parents this or something?
like, or like, would someone without kind of context for how games usually work understand some of the jokes in there? Like,
Exactly.
there's some kind of
I don't think they
references
could.
to very specific like game design and like game storytelling, like mishaps or whatever. Like, I don't want to get like I'm pretty sure there's a pretty explicit Mass Effect joke in there in the museum area, but like no one would get that unless they played that game. So
I don't think they would because, like I said, a lot of things they're playing with is stuff that we kind of expect the opposite, or you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So I think
So like they might not subvert it, and that's kind of the point. So then they'll be like, "Oh, it's like a 5-minute game." You're just like, "No, you're supposed to not do what it says."
Here's the thing. I got a friend of mine to buy it,
Mhm.
and I was like, "Dude, you'll have to last." This was like a day, or either the day I got it or the day after.
Yeah.
And I watched him 3 times in a row do the quote unquote correct
like
ending.
just listen to the narrator.
Yeah, he listened to the narrator every single time, and he
That's
just kept
so
doing
weird.
this over and over.
Was he having
expecting
fun?
something
Like,
different.
why would you
Kind
do that?
of. He was
Well, it's
like,
like
he was
15
trying at
minutes.
different things each time he went through, but he was like still staying on the path.
Huh?
Mhm.
That's interesting.
So like he just made sure to always listen to the narrator. It was just like, why are you doing this over and over again? The fun is like not doing it. And
Like-
I realized he was also just kind of doing it just that's his way of messing around with the game. So
Well, this conversation has actually reminded me. There's a game called The Path that is like a horror game about Red Riding Hood or whatever that
Mhm.
kind of does the same thing, but with way less humor in it. So,
Well, I mean,
like,
it is
do
a
you
horror
guys play
game.
that? Yeah, but it literally does the same thing where it's just like, well, if you just stay on the path, it's a 5-minute game, but you lost essentially because you didn't do anything. Like, I don't know. Like, this seems like a better version of that kind of subversion of expectations or whatever. But yeah, in the odd chance someone out there has played the path and was like, well, it was kind of neat. You should also play this. I don't know. I don't know if that's a person, but hey, the path is a game that has been out for several years, but apparently you guys haven't played it. So.
I've heard of it. That's it.
I saw it in your Steam list.
Yeah, you could play it, but you played a funnier version of it already, so. Maybe
I also don't really like horror games, so I think I'm good.
It's not that creepy, but okay, fair enough. Yeah, Stanley Parable and the
All
demo.
right.
So check out the demo. I guess.
Yeah, the demo
can do
is
that.
completely new content compared to the game.
Right, and
It might as well be considered a standalone game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
fair enough.
Well, that's what happened is I
So-
played the demo first, and then I put it in my wish list. And then I was like, I wonder, this seems like a game Nathan would have bought. I wonder if it's in there. And then John had it, and I was like, oh, well, there we go. Problem
Okay.
solved.
Yep. So,
Anyways, I played
we
some
all
other games
got
this
in on
week.
that. Yeah. What?
Get a short one out of the way. John owns Cloudberry Kingdom, so I own Cloudberry Kingdom. So I played some of that.
What'd you think?
I am nowhere near your high score. Holy shit.
Keep in mind, I did that for a competition.
Right, you're still 6th in the world, just
Wait,
in case
what?
You're curious. Yep.
That's hilarious.
So I was like, alright, I'm going through and I made it to level, I played a bit of the story, and then I tried just the arcade mode, which that's the one where it just goes forever, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I played a bit of that, I got to level 51 or something. And I was like, alright, I got a couple 100,000 points. Let's see what the high score of my friends are. John has 2.5 million.
Not that high, but
I'm pretty sure it's that high.
I'm gonna have to double check that because I don't think my score ever got that high.
It's not a big deal, but you're still 6th in the world, and if you're curious.
That's still hilarious because I got 2nd in that competition.
Well, a few other people have passed you now, I guess.
Yeah, and one of the people past me was a dev, I believe. So.
What was I going to say? Oh, I like the music in that game quite a bit.
Yeah, I really like the soundtrack too, but considering how much I had to play that game to get that high score, it kind of drained on me after
I
a
even
while.
I even found that they only have kind of 3 songs.
I think there's 10. I think looking in the folder.
Oh, okay.
But,
well, maybe I unlock more.
You hear
or
it also
something.
often because how the nature of the game.
Right. I'm also stuck in the story when you get the rolling levels.
Mm-hmm.
Those are insane. That's
Oh, dude, they get worse.
that's
trust me.
but that's just stupid. You're just on a wheel the whole time. I hate it.
It's a challenging platform game.
It's
That's the
really
idea of the
challenging.
game.
You're right. It is super challenging. And the kind of intro movie to the story, and it's all puppets. That was cute, so I liked that. But yeah, so I don't have a ton of much more to say about Cloudberry Kingdom. I do have a lot to say about Pokemon X.
Is it like Mega Man X?
Not at all.
Is it like X-Men?
Kind of.
Is it like Mega Man X-Men?
Actually,
that
yeah,
it?
there's different elemental powers in it, so it's kind of like X-Men.
Yeah, it's kind of like X-Men.
Yeah.
Tell us
There's
about the
a
Pocket
lightning
Mans.
dude.
Pocket Mans. I've put 27 hours into that game.
Holy crap. Are you reviewing it or are you just playing for fun?
I'm just playing for fun.
Okay.
I have.
So it's not very
6
good, huh?
I have 6 gym badges.
Joking.
It's pretty great.
No, yeah. 27
This is a really good Pokemon game. You can run anywhere you want now.
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot easier, the game, I'll say that. But first things first.
Everyone's been saying that.
Yeah, well, catching Pokemon, you get experience. What is up with that? That's oh man, these kids. It was kind of a similar thing, there's a Penny Arcade joke about that. Where it's just kind of back in my day, we had to earn our experience and whatnot, whereas they're just kind of handing it out. And I kind of feel that way, because man, getting experience off catching Pokemon, nah. You kids have it lucky.
I'm pretty
The
sure they
incentive should
speed
just
it up.
be, yeah, you got a new Pokemon. You don't
Yeah.
need experience.
There's
on top
also
of
only
that.
70 new Pokemon, so you can get
Huh.
all the new ones pretty quickly, which is super weird. The weirdest thing, though, is I cannot trade with Pokemon games from the past generations until December 27th.
That storage box or whatever they're doing.
Well, they're doing Pokemon Bank, and they're doing just normal trading. Doesn't unlock until December 27th.
I
With-
guess
in
they're
like
doing
2
that
months.
just so people don't transfer over their hyper powerful Pokemon, and it kind of balances out all the other funky things they're doing. I
The
assume
game is
that's the
already
logic.
easy. I don't know. It just kind of sucks because there's a lot of I want to get some eggs, but I don't have Ditto yet, and I need Ditto from my old game. And anyway, you get rollerblades.
Mhm.
Rollerblades are way too fast, and you cannot take them off.
But then you just use the D-pad to move.
I don't want to do that. This is the 3DS. I've used the D-pad all my life, and I'm tired of it.
Well, learn to alternate.
I shouldn't have to. They should just let me take the rollerblades off. Holy shit.
That does sound weird. Like, my issue with Heart Gold was I was going too slow, but if you're permanently going too fast...
Yeah,
that's
and it's
also
really
a
hard to do,
problem.
like, really precise movements, like go inside of a door. Because every time you're like, hey, I'm just going to go around this, oh, now I'm on the other side of the door. Shit.
It's like, hold up, I gotta line up and skate right at it.
Exactly.
That's weird.
Exactly.
Okay.
But, so yeah, you can use the D-pad and you'll start walking again, but it's like, why can't I just take these off? This is the like, it's like a weird Animal Crossing thing of, no, this is how it is. Don't ask questions.
Huh.
It is Nintendo. They did make both.
Yeah, so, I don't know. Anyway, it looks really great.
What's different? Like, the look of it?
The look of it's a lot different. The world like that you're playing through is pretty big. There's a lot more towns and stuff to go through, which is pretty cool. I picked Fennekin, and that was a mistake because its third form evolution is dumb looking. And I wish I picked the frog. Feroki, yeah. His third form is a frog ninja. And he looks awesome.
Should have done your homework.
Mine looks like a fox in a dress with a magic wand.
Did you go in not knowing what their final evolutions were?
No, I went in looking what their first evolutions and was like, this thing must look cool, and fire and psychic is just a cool combination.
A fox with a magic wand sounds okay to me.
No,
but-
it's not. It's dumb. It's this weird wizard thing, and I don't like it. I don't like
Fox
it.
Wizard, again, you're saying things that sound great, but...
No, what
okay.
sounds great is a frog ninja. That sounds awesome.
It does look pretty cool.
Fox Wizard, type it into Google. What do I get?
That's a dangerous road to go down, Nathan.
This is pretty rad. Anyway. Oh, he's got like a pointy hat. Anyway.
Whatever the Pokemon is doesn't have a pointy hat, I'll say that.
Oh, okay. That's a shame.
Totally ruined. He's not gonna
Also,
enjoy it
fourth on
anymore.
this list, Ralph Bakshi's Wizards. So, amazing.
I have no idea what that is.
Don't worry about it. Anyway, so Pokemon's awesome.
I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's, Pokemon's the perfect podcasting game, so I'm getting through a lot of that, a lot of TV shows and whatnot while playing
Right.
it.
Sean, I will say this. You got X, right?
I got X.
I ended up getting Y.
Whoa!
Yeah, I caved.
Whoa! You know
So
what? People caving to Pokemon, it's pretty common, it seems.
Yeah, I skipped Black and White, both of them, so I'm like, alright, well maybe I'll give this one a shot. I heard they made a lot of changes in Black and White that I would like, so maybe this will be the one.
Have you been playing it?
You'll find out why I haven't when we get to my games.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, the other thing I will say, so it is kind of annoying that there is so few new Pokemon, especially because I'm used to Black and White, which what they did with that is they said only new Pokemon until you beat the Elite Four. So every time I got in a battle anything, it was something new or that I wasn't used to. But because there's only 70 new ones and they don't have that rule, I'm getting a lot of like, oh, it's a Pidgey. Man, I played with Pidgey like 12 years ago. I'm tired of Pidgey.
But does Pidgey look way better?
But
Pidgey looks...
they're doing that just to play on nostalgia, aren't they? I heard this is a pretty nostalgia-heavy game.
I feel like every game that Nintendo makes is a nostalgia-heavy game.
Well, I mean, specifically this one.
I don't...
More so
Like,
than ever
you get,
before.
like, the original starters.
You do get
into
an
the
original
game.
starter. But you know what? I don't care about the original starters, because I own red, blue, and yellow.
Keep in mind, other
And
people
fire
do.
red. No, leaf green. So,
Keep in mind, other people do.
well,
Your experience does not necessarily relate
you're right.
to anyone
and
else's.
Nintendo...
I kind of appreciate the fact that you kind of get the original starters, because then it's like, well, at least I know one Pokemon I know for sure what to expect.
Well, you know what? There's only so many times I can run into a Zubat before I'm going to kill somebody.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, Zubats are always been fucking annoying.
Zubat is bullshit, alright?
I heard like the new group battles where there's like 5 of them at once.
5 Zubats!
Always in the dark cave, first thing you bump into.
It's the only thing you bump into. And now you bump into 5 of them at once. You're like, man, can't believe I just took out 5 Zubats. They were pretty easy, and I caught one because I needed it in my Pokedex. Oh, guess what? 5 more Zubats. Fuck,
Non-stop Zubat.
Zubats are such bullshit. Also, there's a Pokemon called Klefki, and the concept of it is it looks like a key ring with keys.
Okay.
So I think they're running out of Pokemon ideas, guys. Sorry to say. Anyway, but I'm having a lot of fun. I know it doesn't sound like that.
What's that? Chimchar? That was a good one.
The fire monkey.
It's a fire monkey. That's clever. I don't know. The naming, I like it. Whatever. Sorry to interrupt. I was left in the dust for a while there. Pokemon.
I'm having a lot of fun. I know I'm complaining a lot, but I have put 27 hours into this game.
In like 1 week, or how many days
in 1
have you
week.
had it?
I bought it on the weekend, so less than a week. There's also Street Pass. You can get Poke Miles.
Oh my god.
Actually,
really?
okay, here's some cool things that I remember. I was trying to think of, like, why do I like this game again? I like this game because the bottom screen, you can just battle or trade with your friends. You do not have to go to the Pokemon Center anymore.
Ooh.
In fact, there isn't any, like, trade section in the Pokemon Center. That's just gone. You just do everything on the bottom. So if you have a friend online, you can just say, hey, you want to trade? And then they'll trade and your box will be there. You do not need to have the Pokemon with you. It's just everything that you own, you have access to, and you can trade or battle. Which, that's fantastic. That's something that I wasn't expecting, because that's a great streamlined idea, and Nintendo doesn't know what streamlined means. Case in point, Animal Crossing, every one of them.
I'd argue how easy they made getting experience, though, was their idea of streamlining.
That you do get a lot of experience. You get the XP share like in 20 minutes, and it works for it's basically an XP all. So I have, man, again, there's only 70 new Pokemon, and every new Pokemon I have it fully evolved because they're just handing out experience. I'm surprised I don't get experience when I lose. But another cool thing is you can send O powers to the people who are online. Which this is kind of just like, hey, I'm going to give you a boost, which can range from things like, I'm going to make your Pokemon stronger for 3 minutes, or I'm going to allow you to capture Pokemon more easily for 3 minutes. And by sending those to other people, if you send it enough, you can level up that so that you can send better upgrades to people, and then people will send stuff to you. So because I have a lot of the people from Top Down Perspective on my friends list, people are kind of constantly sending me like health upgrades, so my Pokemon are always like fully healed. So thanks, guys. That's really great. You guys.
Yeah, I saw you were posting on the Twitter about Pokemon a lot.
Yeah, well, a lot of us are trading friend codes on the Facebook group. So if you guys have not traded your friend codes, you should get in on our Facebook group, which is just Facebook, search Top Down Perspective. And then we'll trade friend codes, and then you guys can send me more experience points. And I'll send one of you more experience points. But who will it be? I don't know, I can send a whole bunch.
Dun dun dun.
And the last thing that is just super weird, and it's kind of cool, is the thing called Wonder Trade, where it matches you up with a random person, and you pick a Pokemon, and you send it out, and you don't know what you're going to get back.
That seems kind of crazy.
It's super weird. And you'd think a lot of people are just giving you crappy Pokemon. I've been getting some kind of middle-ranged Pokemon, but even if you get a crappy Pokemon, you can just send it out into the randomness again and get something else.
I've heard a lot of people have just been sending out like Bidoofs.
That's probably what is going to happen. To be fair, I haven't gotten a single Bidoof.
Are those worse than Zubats? Like, what?
They're just like a joke on the internet.
Yeah, Bidoofs are basically like Rattatas.
Except they look retarded.
Yo, where does Sentret rank?
He is in fact a Pokemon.
He's a Pokemon.
Yeah.
That's
or
correct.
she.
Are they good or no?
I think they can learn Surf, so they're not bad.
Okay, just wondering.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, Wonder Trade is just super wacky, and I kind of like that it's in there. And then so Pokemon X, and I'm gonna keep playing a lot of that. And I downloaded it. John, did you download it or buy it?
Bought it.
I downloaded it. It was a huge download.
How big?
It's like 4 gigs or something, I think.
Oh man, right? Because they don't go by gigs; they go by blocks.
I just heard people saying I think it's like 3 or 4 gigs. So I don't know the exact date, but.
And how much memory can a 3DS have? Like, is it
as much as your SD card can hold?
Yeah,
but
mine has a 32 gig. It comes. The original one came with I want to say 2.
It comes with 2.
No, 4.
I think mine came with 2. You sure it
no.
came with 4?
Maybe that's the XLs.
I don't have an XL. I got it. We should have the same 3DSs.
I already changed my memory card. I have a 32 gig now.
So do I.
Okay. Huh. Well, I want to think back, like, to DSi, they capped out at, like, 8 gigs, though, right? Like, they couldn't handle SD cards.
Yeah.
Any
now, these can handle high-capacity SD, but I think they lock the ability to go higher or something like that. I forget what the limitation is. There is some sort of weird limitation, but I forget if it's set by SD card standards or by Nintendo.
Okay.
So there is a limitation for the 3DS?
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know if the 64 high capacity SD cards work or not. I think they do, but I'm not 100% sure. They might have had to patch that in.
Okay. 4 gigs of Pokemon. Got
So
it.
yeah, make sure you have a big SD card. But I do, so that's good.
I heard that there's more glitches associated with the digital version than there is the physical.
The only glitch I know is there's a save bug with one of the cities that they just patched out this morning.
Oh, it is patched now?
Version 1.1 is on the eShop if you want to download it, yeah.
Okay. Well, then maybe they've already resolved
Man,
it.
Nintendo games and patches.
I
What a
know.
world we live in.
Dude, I got a patch for Mario and Luigi Superstar Saga yesterday. I was like, what?
Oh, okay. There you
Apparently, there was a glitch in that game. I didn't realize it.
go. That's all I played this week. That was a lot.
Yeah, holy crap.
That was 40 minutes worth of just my games.
Nathan, take it away.
Hey guys, I also played that Stanley Parable. So
Oh man, let's talk about Stanley Parable for another 20
yeah,
minutes.
so the mod. Anyway, Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. I started playing that.
Nice.
Didn't you play this last week? I thought you played this.
I think he was considering starting it last week.
Yeah, I'd received it last week. I don't know if I'd played it yet, but I played more of it anyway. I finished the first mansion.
Great, there's like 5?
Yeah.
I think
I'm
the
on
last
the
one is
second
just a boss, though, so there's 4.
Okay. I don't know. I don't like how it's mission based. That's kind of bumming me out.
But that's how the first one was.
But you were always in the mansion, weren't you?
Yeah, but there was only so many parts of the mansion you could go to at a time. It just covered up the fact that it was mission based better.
Yeah, maybe that's all it is.
You don't
but
like,
I
the
don't
new
like.
aesthetics of a different mansion? Or like, this is the Ice Mansion? Or I guess you're not there yet, but...
I'm not at. Oh, there's an ice mansion. Spoilers. Jeez.
There are at least 5 mansions.
No, I'm just whatever. I guess it's just it keeps like pulling me out of the experience. Like it's just like, hey, let's beam you back. Let's go. And I'm just like, oh, okay. I was kind of enjoying this mansion, but all right. Thanks, Professor Egad. Like I don't know. That it's compartmentalized for like portable gaming is just not what I like.
Even
the
then,
first
it's
one.
not compartmentalized enough, I'd argue, because it still takes like 20 minutes.
Yeah,
the
they're
first
like
time through.
They're like 20-minute missions, pretty typically. But I don't know.
I think if we put it to a
that's
vote, I
kinda
think,
bugging me.
Nathan, you're just wrong.
No, it like me and GameSpot are kind of not fully into it. I checked other reviews on it just to see like how people are feeling.
Speaking of GameSpot reviews, this is like super sideways here.
Okay.
Did you guys see the Bioshock Infinite review?
No.
No.
It came out like a week or 2 ago,
What?
and it
Are
got
they
like a
reviewing-
4.
What?
Yeah,
That's
Tom
amazing.
McShay at GameSpot gave Bioshock Infinite like a 4 like a week or 2 ago, which just seems super weird, because it's like, what does that review serve to anyone?
Wait,
Like,
how did
it
they
just
not have a
seems
review
like
out
you're
when
just-
the game came out?
Sorry?
How did they not have a review out when the game came out?
I don't know why. He kind of contextualizes it that Bioshock 1 is one of his favorite games, so he's
Mhm.
judging it a bit more harshly. But just like, isn't the, like, kind of reviewing it at this point just kind of seems like I need to complain and I need people to listen to me complain. No,
Well-
you are going to listen to me.
I don't know. Like you don't have to read it. I do kind of like that because it's like more of a game theory type thing as opposed to like a purchasing advice thing.
I think at this point, if you're going to buy Bioshock Infinite, you've probably already bought Bioshock Infinite.
For sure.
Unless you're waiting for like a Steam sale.
Well, a lot of people do wait for, but like the legacy of this game going forward, like I don't know, this far after the fact, you might have a more kind of grounded reaction as opposed to like, oh man, I'm caught up in this hype storm. This is amazing. It's sci-fi action, and it's just like, it's okay. Like 5 years from now, will anyone be talking about Bioshock Infinite? Who knows? But Tom McShay has opinions. I don't know.
Anyway, that was just super side note. I just wanted to bring that up. But anyway, so Luigi's
maybe he's the
Mansion.
guy who gave Luigi's Mansion a 6.5. I don't know, but I don't know. I am having a less than compelling time with it overall, and
I don't
I'm
know.
kind of bummed out.
Have you tried the multiplayer yet? Probably not.
No, there's multiplayer.
Multiplayer's pretty good, yep.
Yeah.
Huh.
But I forget if you can even get paired up with random people or if you have to play with friends. It's
No,
been a
you can
while.
do random. I only played with random people.
Okay. I only played with friends, so
Well, some of us don't have that many friends.
I'm sorry.
Is it where like I'm trying to? Isn't that just like a Nintendo Land thing where the ghosts sneak up on people? I think I'm thinking of the wrong thing. Like, what does this multiplayer look like?
You're
Yeah, it's cooperative.
Oh, okay. treasure hunting, plundering mansions. I guess maybe that, like, in a weird way, that was kind of one of my sticking points with this game, is, like, the stakes are really low. Like, why is Luigi going in this mansion? Because Egad wants money or something? Like, it doesn't...
No, Egad needs help because the Dark
crystal.
Moon... Yeah, the Dark Moon's broken, and as a result, all the ghosts that were nice have turned evil.
Well, yeah, like, they're not helping him with his research anymore. So
Are you just saying
they're
you
also
want these ghosts to
terrorizing
remain evil?
everyone in the town.
Well, in,
hate
like,
ghosts?
Nightmare Valley, why would you live there? Like, it's Ghost Valley, man.
Why would anyone live in Gotham City? But you know what? Tons of
I
people
don't know. Why? It's, like, worse than Detroit. It doesn't make sense. But whatever. I don't know. Like, in the first one, his brother was in trouble, which is kind of the go-to Nintendo dilemma, is somebody got kidnapped. But something about that was like, yeah, like, that's something that would matter enough to Luigi to make him do something he doesn't want to do, which is go into this scary-ass mansion.
But to be fair, he also kind of didn't have a choice in doing this. He also kind of got kidnapped, essentially.
In the first one?
No, in this one.
Well, yeah, no, in this one, Egad just steals him. He's hanging out at home watching TV.
So Luigi is, in fact, the princess in this game.
Kinda. Like, Egad's weird. He's just like, hey, Luigi, you're gonna help me deal with ghosts. And he's just like, no, I'm gonna hang out at home and watch TV. And he's like,
really,
no, you're not.
questioning the guy who made
Pixeltron.
Flood as not being weird? Didn't see that one in the past?
No, Egad's a weird dude, but I don't know. Unless this game ends with you fighting him, and just be like, leave me alone. I want to stay home. I'm Luigi. I don't like ghosts. I don't know if you know. I'm scared all the time. Like, I don't know. Luigi's a strange guy. Actually, that was the other thing. Maybe Luigi secretly gets a thrill out of all of this. He's a big fan. He loves adventuring. Because why would he go back? Why does he keep going out there to adventure?
It's the year of Luigi, and this, I think, was the best game. Just saying.
It's better than Dream Team?
Yeah, I had more fun with it, yeah.
Okay. Like, I'll go back at some point, but I don't know. Like, the way it kept chopping up everything was just kind of like, I don't know. This isn't what I remember. This is not the Luigi's Mansion.
Here's the thing, though. Now that you've said this, go back and play the original Luigi's Mansion and see how it feels.
Like, do they keep kind of stopping you and saying, like, hey, man, good job?
No, if I remember correctly, the original Luigi's Mansion kept stopping you a bunch.
And they also punch you in the stomach a lot, which that just hurts.
Yeah,
What?
they're also kind of jerks. They steal your lunch money.
Yeah, which you don't remember that because rose-tinted goggles of nostalgia, but it's in there.
No, I'm not saying, like, the original Luigi's Mansion is necessarily, like, amazing. It's just, it, like, does have a different structure than that one does. Like, with the multiple mansions and the mission screen and all that stuff, which, I don't know. I don't play games that way, even portable games. Like, I don't play these on the bus. I don't do that. So, that it's designed with that in mind is just not, in sync with what I'm about. Like, I sit at home, man. I'm in bed playing some Luigi's Mansion before I go to sleep. I don't know.
Do you hate fun?
No, I like fun, but
No, I'd believe that, actually.
that I don't like fun.
Yeah.
But Stanley Parable's fun, right?
Stanley Parable's more of a mindfuck, to be fair.
Okay, you know what else is fun? Spelunky.
Alright, so let's talk about Spelunky.
Okay.
Yeah, I got the Steam version of that, which has the daily
Oh,
challenges.
so I got the Steam version of that.
Yeah,
Congratulations, Sean.
You should try out those daily challenges, and then we'll see how, friends leaderboards and all that stuff.
How does it compare to the Xbox version? Because I know you play the Xbox version a bunch, at least over at Paul's.
It's essentially the same, but it also has the daily challenge stuff, which is pretty sweet, because it's actually, like, the only way to really weigh your Spelunky skills against anyone else, because it's always random, so it's just like, I don't know, I made it to World 4 on this one, but it might have also just been a lucky roll, like, it might have just been an easy set of mazes or whatever. Whereas this is like, no, everyone gets the same labyrinth to go through, and you only made it 2 levels in, you're not good, or whatever. Like, you know that as a fact, and that's great. I don't know. I made it to the 4th one once, but I get to kind of game it because I own it, Brittany owns it too, so I just can log in on another profile and try again.
Oh, okay.
Subverts it, but at the same time, it doesn't really help my case, because I am always the test one so far, so I get to, like, the 2nd level, and then I play on a different profile and get to way further. So, yeah. But
Hey, guess what vehicle I just found in Saints Row?
What?
A magic broom.
Nice.
I'm just flying around the city on this magic broom.
Why does it sound like a jet, or is that your Xbox?
That's my Xbox. Oh, and if you
Okay.
switch modes, it becomes, like, supersonic fast. It also has a seat on it, so it's a magic broom like super designed to ride.
Is it gonna make you like chase a Quidditch?
I have no idea. I think it's called Salem.
I could see them like trying to sneak in some goofy Harry Potter reference like that.
That's not a. I don't think it's a Harry Potter reference, but more of a life reference.
No,
Salem.
Quidditch.
Oh, sorry. I thought you were talking about Salem, but
No.
Yeah, Salem Witch Trial. But yeah, okay. Spelunky's still Spelunky, but I am playing more of it again, and I like it. I guess on the roguelike front, I started dabbling with Don't Starve. That seems compelling. I like the structure and stuff, but I'm terrible. Like, I just always darkness falls, and I don't know how to make fire, and I just die.
I installed this game. One of you guys had it.
That would probably be me.
Yeah, I don't know. Don't Starve.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know. I definitely want to take around with it some more, but yeah, it's basically just they drop you into a world that is randomly generated. You wander around and are trying to survive, and eating food is fine. Like I am not starving, but I am getting eaten by whatever monster lives in the darkness. So yeah, you're trying to kind of just live as long as you can, and I kind of like how open that is, but I'm still trying to figure out kind of basic interactivity of some of the stuff. Like, it doesn't really help you that much, which is kind of cool, because you just kind of figure out what you can do.
Yeah, this seems like something you would want.
Yeah. So I am kind of interested in going back to that, but I've only played maybe 3 turns of that. Like, yeah, Maxwell keeps dying. Device 6, that is a game I started
you played
playing.
that?
A little bit. It's
What is this? I've heard the name.
It's
a
by
couple
the
times.
Yearwalk guys. It's an iOS game.
It's Simogo's new game, and yeah, the Yearwalk guys. I really liked Yearwalk's companion app finale to that game. Like, I know you guys haven't finished it yet, right? Like, did you
I'm still kind of just waiting for a sale.
Okay. Yearwalk, I'm not gonna get into how the story ends. All I will say is it has a secondary app that comes with it that involves a lot of reading. This is basically like a weird interactive novel, Device 6, which seems to be kind of them elaborating and going further and further down this kind of path they started with some of the Yearwalk stuff. And yeah, it's kind of weird. Like, you're basically just reading a book, but the book is kind of forcing you to twist the iPhone around, and like there's kind of weird audio like clues and stuff, and like little puzzle things that you'll find. Like, it's like a really inventive choose your own adventure conceit, and I am totally stuck in that game. But I will go back and try to figure it out. Like, I'm almost wondering if rereading and kind of going over your previous stuff again and again and kind of figuring it out that way is part of the game, or I'm just slow and not figuring it out.
This game's also on iPad. Do you think it would be better on that, or does it matter?
Probably. I mean, there's really simple visuals in it, but it's more like maybe with a little more space to kind of just appreciate the form poetry look of some of the text and stuff. Like, it'll just do some stuff with the font and whatever that's like, you know, the character goes down some stairs and then like the writing will look like stairs kind of thing. Like, it'll
So what's the actual gameplay?
format everything. The gameplay is scrolling around with your phone and reading and paying attention.
Okay.
So it's kind of a weird thing to recommend as like, hey man, this is a great video game, but it's more like, this is a really neat audiobook experience. I don't know. Yeah, it's a cool thing, but I haven't gotten past like it's hard to really judge, like 5-10 minutes. Like, I'm kind of stuck on the second puzzle. So
Okay.
I will struggle through that and see where it goes. And also I went on a trip to like a arcade of my youth, Castle Fun Park in Abbotsford, British Columbia, and played a bunch of arcade games there. Simpsons Bowling, yo.
Oh, so this is
master of
not
that game.
an actual game, it's just you went to an arcade jamboree.
Yeah, there's no such game as Arcade Jamboree.
I don't know, I was hoping there was such a thing.
Yeah, I'm sorry
That's a pretty good
to
name.
raise hopes like that. I just went to an arcade and it was sort of a jamboree. They had skee ball, dude. They had so much skee ball.
I'm terrible at skee ball.
I am not great at skee ball.
Can you
it
really
turns
be
out.
good at skee ball?
I
Yeah.
assume there's some bowling people that like skee ball is like their mini golf.
I also
I
played
guess.
mini golf. And
I
I,
like
for
mini
the
golf.
first time,
I'd be down for some mini golf.
yo, I got a hole-in-one on the 18th hole and won a free game. It was awesome.
Nice. Did you actually play it though?
What?
The free game?
Well, we got to use it on a different course there, so yeah.
Oh, because
They have
I've
more
always
than one
found
mini golf
whenever I
course?
got the free game on the 18th hole, it was already like late at night or something, or like we were tired of mini golf, so we
Yeah.
just never used it.
Well, like redoing the same course is always kind of lame. So yeah, I get you. But yeah, no, this place again, Castle Fun Park. I was really impressed with how this place has kept up over the years. Like it was one of those things where like I went there when I was like 5, and like several times since then. But you kind of just assume it can't be as good as you remembered. Like it's just like I was a little kid. There's no way, but they've actually kept it together pretty well. And yeah, they have 3 mini golf courses there. We did 2 of them.
Nice.
There's a jungle themed one we didn't get to go see, but I think there's a dinosaur in it now. So good for them, updating their jungle. But yeah, I don't know, just a bunch of random stuff. Pac-Man, Frogger.
Have you guys been to a Soyuz in BC?
No.
What?
Oh, it's in the Okanagan. It has a sweet mini golf course.
Okay.
No,
Oh,
I have
wait.
not played any mini golf in BC, which makes me sad. Because every time I go through BC, it's always to go to Seattle.
Oh.
There was some talk of a mini golf place called Scandia, which I don't know if that's what you're talking about. But I guess there is lineage between the people who owned this place and the founders of that golf course, which is also supposed to be pretty good.
Okay. I don't
Yeah,
know the name
we
of this
drove
one,
past
so I don't know.
Okay. But yeah, man, BC is apparently the place for mini golf, and I like mini golf. So that's not really a video game, though. But there were also video games there. Simpsons Bowling, I'll say it again. For some reason, I've been weirdly obsessed with that game every time I go there. I didn't get a perfect game. I got 11 strikes and 1 spare.
Ooh.
So close. But, yeah. Anyway.
5-pin or 10-pin?
Well, it's Simpsons. I think it's 10-pin.
Oh.
You also got special radioactive.
Yeah, wait, did you think
Bowling
Nathan
balls.
was actually bowling?
Mm.
They actually also have a bowling alley there. Like, they have a
See?
little bowling thing there that I also did. I didn't do very well. It was 5. Or no, it was 10-pin. I got in second place of the 3 of us. My sister won. She also beat me at go-karting. Oh yeah, I went go-karting for the first time ever. That's fun.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I never
Hey, have
went
you
before.
ever gone laser tagging?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I've at least had that experience, which, yeah, it was kind of weird being like, oh yeah, I've never done this. I never drove the little car. I mean, I've driven real cars now, so this is not, but you don't
So
get to
there's no
race
turning
real
back,
cars.
now you have to just smash everything when you drive?
I didn't actually smash anybody, but I almost hit a guy. He was kind of jackknifed weird on the track.
Are you were you just a go-karter that's like super cautious?
Wait, you almost hit a person? Not
No.
their car, but the person itself?
A car, a dude in a car, not.
That's the whole point, you bump into other people.
No, it says do not bump on the thing. So
Yeah,
Yeah, most
so?
go-kart places are like, don't actually hit any other cars. We will flag you.
I guess I'll also say one of the main reasons I haven't go-karted like ever was a friend of mine in like grade 2 was in a go-karting accident, and he was fine, I guess generally, but he was beat up for a while. So I was like, that's bad. That'll happen. I will flip my car. I'm not gonna
So
go.
you're just scarred for life.
Yeah, by proxy. Like friend of mine gets hurt. All right, I'm never gonna do this activity until
I
I'm
can't drive
26.
ever again.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. And they come out of retirement to save someone's life.
And I guess full disclosure, I did real bad. I started in first, like pole position. By the end of it, last place. So
Nice.
I just let everyone go past. No sense
Something
getting
tells
rowdy.
me you were just going like half speed the whole time.
Yeah,
You've
just
been like,
quietly
no,
driving
this
around.
is fast enough. I'm having fun.
No, the pedal was all the way down, like all the time. It's just once you're in a place, you are not passing anybody.
That's
Like,
true.
Yeah, no, those go-karts are like limited to like 30 kilometers.
Yeah, so it's just
It's
like
all about
all
the
right,
turns.
it is all about the turns, and I finally started figuring out a couple of the turns like late in the 10 minutes or whatever, and then it was over.
Dude,
So
you have watched every Fast and the Furious movie. You should have got this.
I should have
You
figured out
should have
drifting.
just hit the NOS and then drove underneath the semi.
I did
and you
miss
would have
the
been
NOS
fine.
button. You're right. I should have looked for it, but I don't know.
You've been training all your life with these movies.
Yep, and Burnout and whatever. Anyway, I think that's it for stuff I played. So, John, take
All
us
right.
home.
Apparently,
games.
someone's really excited to talk about my games.
Yeah.
So obviously I played Stanley Parable.
Mm-hmm.
I had a friend over, so we ended up playing Lego Batman 2 for a while.
Oh, okay. That explains that. That's good co-op business.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then you.
It was
okay.
fun. Actually, they had a lot of cutscenes. I forgot this was the first one where they started talking.
I was just gonna say, and they talk. Yeah.
It was
Should
actually pretty
Legos
cool.
talk?
It's not that bad, honestly.
All right.
Like,
so now
do
you're
they
stoked
choose-
for the Lego movie.
Oh yeah, totally.
Is it goofy voices? Like, how do they...
Well, some of them are like, I mean, Lex Luthor is Clancy Brown, who
Okay.
played him in the cartoon series.
Hmm.
Joker's a different voice actor. Batman and Robin are both different voice actors. than what I'm used to, at least.
Okay, I got another super tangent.
Okay.
But it relates to the Justice League. So,
All right.
So
All right.
sort of. Yeah, I gotcha.
Sort of related. Okay, so did you guys ever watch Justice League Unlimited?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, so there's this one part where the Flash gets his mind swapped with Lex Luthor.
Mm-hmm.
And then, so Lex is like running around like, oh crap, where am I? What's going on? Oh, I'm in the Flash's body. And he runs into a bathroom and he's like, I'm finally gonna find out who the Flash is. And he lifts up the Flash's mask and he stares at himself and then he just goes, I have no idea who this is. Which,
I've seen that clip.
which makes so much sense because why would he know who this random guy is, right?
Yeah, like if he ever sees him again, then he'll be like, oh
He
shit.
might be like, oh wait, I remember you're the Flash, but this is also like North America, so like,
Yeah.
the chance, but it's just, cause it's not really something that you think of, right? Cause you're so used to their secret identity, you think like, man, if anyone sees you, you're just done. But yeah, he just picks it up, I have no idea who this is. And then the episode just keeps going, and I always thought that was so funny, and just such a good idea.
Well, that's a good observation on, like superheroes always being worried about their mask staying on, but if it didn't, it probably wouldn't matter that much. I mean, maybe now, in a world of social networking, like, it's like, yo, I just tweeted out this photo, this is the Flash. Yeah. But,
like, Google face recognition and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But no, like, the writers on that show were really sharp.
Are the writers of Lego Batman 2 as sharp?
There's a lot of good jokes in there.
Are
It's
the
the
Lego
same,
pieces
it's the same
as
writing
sharp?
that you would... Oh, really? It's the same writing that you expect from the previous Lego games, just, with dialogue now.
I've never played a Lego game to completion. I just kind of jump around a bit.
Completion or story completion? Because I beat...
Yeah, there's a big difference.
Yeah.
No, sorry, I mean like any kind of, like, it's
Wait,
like...
not even Lego Rock Band?
Like 20 hours difference.
Yeah, no, I mean like, I get 2-3 levels in, to like, Lego Star Wars is the ones I've dabbled with, and just be like, this is so boring. Like, this is not... There's no demands here at all.
I enjoy the Lego games, but I can see why people would not be too driven to, like...
I think
want
I
to
enjoy
complete them.
one Lego game every, 3 years.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's
I've
about it.
beaten Lego Batman 1 and Lego Indy 1 to completion. Those are the only ones I've actually completed.
Like, collected all the stuff and everything?
Yeah, but then again, those were also, like, some of the shorter ones.
Okay.
They've gotten longer and longer throughout the
Lego
years.
City Undercover.
I'm still scared to start that one.
It's a big game.
It is. But no, I had a good time playing Lego Batman 2.
Cool.
If that frame comes back over, we'll probably continue that at some point. After that, I was going to go get Pokemon Y.
Mm-hmm.
And as I got ready to play it, I realized that there was a new Picross game out in the eShop.
Yeah,
Okay.
I saw that. I was wondering if you picked it up.
I didn't know about it till, I think 2 weeks after it came out.
So you just flipped shit.
I was like, yeah, like someone posted on my Twitter feed, they're like, I can't, there's an E3 and no one tell me? I'm like, what? Shit, I gotta go get that now too. So I've been playing through that and I'm almost done it actually.
Cool.
There's 5 tabs of puzzles and I'm on the 4th tab.
How much are these again?
$7.
Alright.
And they usually come with 150 plus puzzles. What they've started doing with the Picross e-games is that every new game comes with a little gimmick extra type of Picross. So last one was the Mega Picross puzzles where they had it so you did it was Mycross, I think is what they called it. Where you had
was it
each
Cross?
something like that, yeah. It's like every panel on this Picross was actually a smaller Picross puzzle. That's what it was in Picross E2.
Right, you mentioned that. Yep.
Yeah, and in Picross E3, it's... I don't remember the name of it. If you give me a second. I have the game right in my hand. Mega Picross. That's why I got them confused. So Mega Picross is a little weird. So you know how Picross is basically you have a number on each line, and you have to figure out what spaces to fill in according to that.
Yep.
In Mega Picross, you have a number that takes up 2 lines. And you have to figure out how to fill them in with that. There's a little bit of a
idea
logic.
What you're talking about?
Yeah,
Okay, so,
and I played less Picross, so I'm extra lost.
okay, so say you have a line that has a 5 in it, and in normal Picross you'd have here's a number 3, so fill in 3 of these spaces that are connected together.
Okay.
Yep.
On Mega Picross, let's say that you have 2 lines, and it says a big number 5. So
Like
you have
the
to
5
fill
is
in...
touching both lines now for some
Yes.
reason? Oh, okay.
Yes. So now you have to fill in 5 spaces on both lines, as in like shared between the two. But there's a couple rules you have to follow, such as the spaces have to be connected together. So the 5 had to connect together on both lines somehow. So you could like fill out 3 on the bottom and then like 2 on top. As long as they're touching, that would count.
I get it, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but then they start mixing it up with like, okay, there's still small numbers also mixed in with these big numbers.
Is this better than Picross 3D?
Yeah, there you go.
No.
Is it better than Picross E2?
I like the idea of Micross. This, I haven't tried many of the puzzles yet. I've only tried 2 of them. It's a different challenge. It requires a bit different thinking.
Mm-hmm.
And it's cool and all, but I mean, like, I don't know. There's only so much they can do with Picross. I'm still enjoying them because I like Picross puzzles, and I'm sure once I start working through those mega Picross puzzles, I'll be like, alright, this is cool, or this sucks, but for now...
It's still not better than Picross 3D?
No.
That's the best one? Okay.
I still like normal 2D Picross, but yeah. 3D
Oh, that's your
Picross is
favorite,
fun.
really?
Yeah, I like 2D Picross.
Oh man, Picross 3D is my favorite.
3D Picross requires like a little bit different thinking, but it is also fun.
Is there any like actual joke that can be made of the fact this is called Picross E3? You know,
no,
like
there's
video
no.
games?
I was looking for at least something kind of
Like
some sort of
E3
subtle nod to that.
Expo?
Nothing.
Yeah, it's kind of just self-explanatory. You know, it's like got E3 right in the name, so that's kind of
Video
weird.
games? I don't know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
remember, you know that big conference that they have sometimes?
I don't think there's actually been a video game reference in any of the puzzles I've done yet.
Yeah, probably not. Really like not like hey, it's Mario's hat, like something.
Well, there
No,
is
nothing like
Mario
that.
Picross.
Oh, okay.
That's, like, I don't know.
That game's super old at this point, though.
It's also on the eShop.
Yeah, that's true.
Anyway, you also played another 3 in a franchise.
Yeah.
Why now?
Okay, so
2007's Halo 3.
Yeah, it's because Microsoft just gave it to us for free.
Oh,
That's actually not why.
Well, but for anyone who didn't know, guess what? Hot new title for free if you're a gold subscriber.
Yeah, they're
Halo
still
3.
doing games with gold, and this half month's game is Halo 3.
really?
Every half month they give out a different game, and this half month is.
Keep in
Halo
mind,
3.
this was the one that they announced this promotion with. Like,
Wow.
everyone get excited.
Halo
3.
Wait, this
Like,
game
it's
they
not even,
started
like,
the promotion
Reach.
No, well,
Yeah.
no, when they announced it, they're like, Halo 3 will be one of them. They started it with, I can't remember if it was like Assassin's Creed 2 or something like that.
I think that was the second game they did.
There was a
Either
Dead
way,
Rising 2.
they're all old games if you can't figure out the pattern.
Yeah, but
There
like
have been
not
some
only
more
like
recent ones, but
kind of old, like pretty darn old. 2007. The first Justice album just came out. Like
Mhm.
what? So
okay,
long.
so for context for why I played Halo 3, I hadn't beaten the story. I'd only played the multiplayer.
Oh,
And,
okay.
And B, a while back, my friend G and I, we were playing through the game on Legendary,
Mm-hmm.
but we never finished it. We got to like chapter 4. or 4 or 5 and stuff.
Understandable. Those can be pretty hard on Legendary.
Yeah, so this past week we sat down and just finished it off.
Okay.
So we finished it, I think, last night.
Have you
It's
played
been
the other
6
ones after?
years.
No.
Okay.
Well, I played the multiplayer of Reach.
Okay.
But
How is that
storyline-wise, I haven't touched
campaign?
3 ODST, Reach, or 4.
How is that campaign? I haven't played it in a long time.
Man, fuck the Flood.
Real? Oh yeah, they show up again.
Yeah, there's
That
a point
totally
at
happens.
the end where they get like this new, I guess, Flood type,
Mm-hmm.
and they're a huge pain in the ass on Legendary. Basically, they become a turret.
Like, aren't you in these towers or something, or was that before that part? You're going up and activating these things, and there's a bunch of flood. I vaguely.
I don't remember any
Okay,
of
that is
this.
like the second. That's the second last chapter, I believe.
Oh, okay,
You're
okay.
describing.
So that is a thing that happens in that game.
Mhm.
Potentially. Okay, I don't know. You did it though.
Is there
You beat
there
it.
a Master Chief?
Yeah,
All right,
he's in that one.
great,
Yeah, there is Halo is in it.
awesome.
Bungie made that one, so Destiny coming soon.
All right, so now are you jumping on to ODST or just moving forward?
It's
I
pretty
think
good.
In the future, we're gonna do either ODST or Reach. Or 4 really. to be
Four's
honest.
I like 4. 4's fun, but ODST is cool.
I think
ODST is distinct.
he doesn't
in a
have
way, yeah.
ODST though, so unless he's physically here when we do it, we'll probably just end up.
I could just
going
loan you
to
that.
Reach.
I'm not planning to play it.
I have it. He doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah. So on the other end.
So we'll just wait till it's a free game.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Next
It's
week.
probably December's free game.
No, it'll be like 2 years from now, and it'll be like, oh, finally, ODST. Way to go, Microsoft. Xbox One.
5 years ago.
There you go.
Back in 2010. Yeah. ODST. Like, I mean, they're good games. They're still fine. It's just kind of strange to see old 360. I don't know why. It just jumped out at me as like a
Why are you
strange
surprised that I play old games?
thing. Well, just old games of this nature. Old new games. I don't know.
I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah,
this-
no, it was just so we could finish it up
Mm-hmm.
on Legendary. So now we've got that done. So.
Oh,
Halo
I guess
3 is
would
wrapped.
you skip to 4 just because like we only care about Master Chief's story? We don't care about these other dudes.
I kind of want to play Reach because of all the stuff they added, but at the same time, I mean, Halo 4 is more recent.
Yeah.
It doesn't
no
matter
interest
either
in
way.
ODST?
I've heard ODST is actually kind of cool story-wise.
It is cool.
But like I said, the multiplayer aspect is kind of what keeps me going in it.
yeah.
So
They did introduce that like horde mode thing, right? In that one?
Firefight.
I'm talking more campaign though.
Oh yeah. Okay.
There's no co-op. I thought there's co-op, isn't there?
For ODST, there should be.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
but I'm saying my friend doesn't have the game.
Oh,
so.
right, okay.
That old. Yeah. Okay. That explains that. And lastly, on your list, actually no, there's 2 left.
Yeah,
so.
I was gonna say. I had a bunch of people come over last weekend. We hung out and played games. Some of them I can't mention because they were practice for Runaway Guys. But
Okay.
one of the ones I can mention though was Wheel of Fortune
Awesome.
for the Wii U.
On the Wii U, great.
We played a bunch of rounds of it.
Was it worth your buy?
Yeah,
Sounds like it.
I got it for $15. It was cheap. I've definitely got more than $15 entertainment out of it.
I think I'd rather just watch Wheel of Fortune, like...
Well, I don't have that luxury.
Okay. Well, you know what? They're all the same, so... You've seen it. I
Yeah,
don't know.
but the idea is to compete against other people,
I
to
guess so.
have it as a game.
Okay, now that you've played it, does the spinning the wheel on the pad, is that satisfying?
No.
I was
Really?
kind of
Oh.
hoping it's got
Okay.
this satisfying click to it.
Here's the
somehow.
thing. A, it's only the player one controller. I thought you could pass it around or play single player like that.
Yeah, you can. Oh,
Wait, it's
okay.
just don't pass it around. It's just too bad for you.
Yeah. The other two have to use like Wiimotes because
Man. Yeah,
you know you can't even
$15
use you
justified.
can't use the pro controllers. That kind of pissed me off. I was setting up pro controllers for my friends, then they kept turning off. I was like, "Oh wait, it just doesn't
Well,
support."
now
them.
I'm never playing it.
Yeah, I'm sure you were going to in the first
That
place.
was the. Yep.
Yeah.
That was the deciding
You crossed
factor.
the
You don't
line.
even have pro controller support. Oh, I'm out of here.
I only played like advanced pro Wheel of Fortune. Amazing. Okay, but fun was had. Word puzzles. Who won? I guess.
Me.
Good job. John.
How's the Vanna White?
It's voiced by Pat Sajak and Vanna White.
All
But
right.
Okay.
they're like me-ish. Well, it's more like the avatars they use on the Xbox, to be honest.
Oh, so
Okay.
avatars. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't know. It was some Wheel of Fortune.
Yeah, it was kind of weird when they Seen It when they stopped using actual avatars and they're like, you can like make your own Seen It avatars, and it's like, why? Who cares? What are
That
you doing?
was.
They
Yeah,
just want
'cause
you
it
to
was
play
in,
the
like,
game more than like 10 minutes.
in the second one, they had Avatar support, right? And then everything after that was like, what happened? Did you have a fall?
No, because there's 3, and I believe the first and second had avatar support, and then
Yeah,
the third one.
the
they're
first
just-
two were really good. The ones that came with the big controllers and everything. The third one's onward, which is like, what the fuck happened?
Yeah, it's like why? I don't need a Seen It avatar. Who do you think I am?
Yep. Maybe they wanted to develop, like, put it on multiple platforms though, so they couldn't make those hooks that deep for one
And
specific one.
I could bring my Seen It avatar over with me.
Like, was it on other platforms or?
I
don't
know
care.
it's Microsoft owns that because PS3 has
No,
Buzz.
PS3 got one of the Seen It's as well.
See, that
Did
would
it?
explain the schism.
The box office smash and Seen It Twilight was on a bunch.
Oh yeah.
Oh
Seen It
yeah,
Twilight.
is that on Xbox? 'Cause that's the only Seen It on Xbox I don't have. Then
I think
Yeah.
I think it's actually only on Wii and
you're
DS.
right. It is. It's just Wii. That's the thing. Because I probably would have picked it up because those are easy points.
It's a
Mhm.
really weird decision.
I just remember seeing it at the store and being baffled, but that was at the height of that whole thing.
Mm.
All right.
And one final game I played.
One quick thing.
What?
The only good video game show is 1 versus 100.
and it's gone.
And now we'll take a moment of silence. All right, what else did you play?
That was deeply felt because they should have brought that.
That game
back.
is great.
That was pretty good. The Xbox Live one was pretty good.
Right, like put it on Xbox One versus 100. See what I did there.
I do wonder,
I will still continue to buy it day one.
Here's the thing that I've never quite understood about the Xbox Live 1 versus 100 thing.
Yeah.
How were they making money off that? Was it just advertising?
There was supposed to be advertising in it. Like, I guess they
had advertisements, yeah. Like Sprint was in all those ads.
That's why it failed, right? Like, people were always in there whenever I was playing, but I guess
I never got in.
I played it a bunch.
I played it every time because it was scheduled, right?
Yeah.
Me and my friends would get into party chat and then tell each other their answers, and it was awesome. And they never let me in, and I think it was kind of a racist thing. I'm gonna just be honest.
Yeah, there you go. You've solved the mystery.
Yep.
But no, what I mean, like it seemed popular from my end, but I guess it wasn't enough because they just kind of canceled it. It was weird. Didn't they experiment with some poker game that was kind of along the same lines?
Full House Poker or whatever it was?
I think it was supposed to be.
That was after 1 versus 100, though.
I know, like, that was the only other thing I remember of them dabbling with that kind of larger multiplayer.
There were supposed to be 3 games in that whole experiment, and that was the second one.
And then it just kind of fizzled out for some reason. That was weird. That was like one of the coolest ideas they had this generation, and it just went away.
Well, I mean, that goes to show if people don't have enough interest in it.
But I thought they did. I don't know. I guess not.
Or maybe they just weren't making enough money. That's also entirely possible.
Maybe it was hard to convince
the Kinect
advertisers.
Was supposed to be more complex, and that got dumbed down. And
maybe. But yeah,
so
moment of silence indeed. You were about to tell us your last game.
Yep. The last game I played...
Best game. What is it?
Dead Space.
Whoa, dude, Isaac Clarke.
Dead Space 3 came out this year, alright?
No, it's Dead Space 1.
Okay, well...
I've never played any of the Dead Spaces. So last week, I think I mentioned this during last week's podcast, I was going to start live streaming for the month of October, Dead Space 1 blind.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So I started it last week, and I'm going to continue it. If you're listening to this tomorrow, it's already happened.
Oh, we never said the date. It's the 25th today.
It's the 25th today. I'm going to be streaming tonight, part 2 of the stream.
Wait, actual, like on the 25th?
Probably.
Okay, so too late for people listening.
Exactly, yeah.
But there will be more parts, because I'm not that far in the game.
Okay.
So stay tuned for more Dead Space.
Yeah, I'm currently like halfway through Chapter 2, and I'm playing the game on hard.
Are you digging it, like, generally?
I'm digging it, but I mean, I probably shouldn't have played it on hard, but I left it up to the chat to vote.
Oh, okay.
And it's not because the game is difficult, it's because, now I can't just goof off.
Mm-hmm.
But I am enjoying the game. It's not scary. I've been playing with the lights off, and not scary at all.
Is that a shot? Shots fired?
Yeah, shots fired.
I will fight you.
This is also
you find
dude
Dead Space
who's
scary?
all flippant
Yes.
about Slender, and I still can't.
I've actually been laughing my ass off more than anything while playing Dead Space.
Well, it's like weird monsters, and it's kind of like Doom or something.
I'm gonna cut up a highlight reel at some point of like the first stream and then put it on YouTube, and then Sean, you should watch that and just see how I play Dead Space if you haven't watched the stream.
Sure.
Okay. Are you into it? I don't know. Like the severing limbs and stuff. I guess it's kind of gross.
No, I'm doing all that. I've had a couple people in the chat give me like advice. They're like, "Okay, should I use a node now?" And they're like, "No, save it for a door or stuff like that." So.
Okay.
I'm letting them dictate some things like, "Hey, what weapon should I carry?" and stuff like that.
All right, I'm going to give you guys a cluster update. 704.
Wow.
1,300?
About 1,200.
Okay.
That's a lot for this episode. So.
Well, it's because I have the tracker on now, right?
Okay. So you can get them pretty quick.
Yeah.
Video games. That's the ones we played. Finally.
Yeah, let's move on to the news. Oh man, how long was that? Oh
Finally.
God, that was long. All right, news you can use.
All right, what did I put in here? I put in all of it.
Yeah.
All right.
I don't think I added anything.
Let me tell you some news.
All right.
As I stop playing Saints Row for a bit. All right. There's going to be a link between Worlds 3DS XL.
Yep. The European version got leaked earlier in the week, and then it got confirmed this week that we're getting the very nice looking 3DS XL.
I'm opening the link now to get a look at, but okay.
The top half of the back is gold with a Triforce on it, and then the bottom half is black with a Triforce on it. And when you open it up, all the inside is gold.
Ah, okay.
It looks really nice.
Wasn't there also something about now you can play it on a 2DS in theory? Like, somehow the gameplay was more 3D centric for a while. They made it.
No idea. I did not hear that story.
Okay.
And if that was the case, that's kind of dumb. Because I played Super Mario 3D World without ever using the 3D.
Well, yeah. Like, it's
Or
not
3D
like
Land, sorry.
you
3D
need
Land.
it, but it enhances. I don't know. But okay.
Yeah.
Link Between Worlds. It's coming out. If you don't
All
have
right.
3DS.
And like John mentioned last time, he thought Drive Club was also delayed. Yeah, it's been delayed now officially.
But they also announced kind of how they're making restitution for that. So.
Right, yeah. So Drive Club, there originally was going to be some kind of PlayStation Plus exclusive thing for us with Drive Club.
PlayStation
Not-
4 owners and such.
Right, but if you're
Yeah.
a Plus member, it wasn't quite sure if it was going to be you get the full game or if you get some kind of like super demo, kind of like Gran Turismo Prologue or not. But anyway, so since we're not getting that anymore, we're getting Contrast, which I thought looked cool, so I'm into that because I don't care about simulation racing.
Mm-hmm. It's a like side-scrolling platforming thing.
Right, kind of similar looking to
That
Lost in Shadow
game. Yeah.
on the Wii.
Hmm.
So we get that now. So that looks cool. They also announced the new dates for PAX Australia, which wasn't PAX Australia earlier in the year this year?
Yeah, I thought.
Yeah. So the new dates for that is October 31st and November 2nd.
Yeah,
That's like
PAX
almost a
Australia
full
happened
year from
between
now.
the two of them.
Right, yeah.
Huh.
So it's obviously not happening again this year, but for next year, that's when it's happening.
Okay. So a bit more
Halloween,
of a
PAX.
delay.
And
but-
PAX East dates and tickets have already gone on sale.
Right. Yeah, that happened this week.
And have almost already sold out.
Right.
Oh, almost. I would have assumed it. Just they were gone.
3 days and Saturdays are gone. I think Sundays and Fridays are still available.
Yeah, it's like
Usually-
nowhere near as big as PAX Prime.
That's the
Yeah.
funny thing. It still has the same amount of people show up, pretty close, and it's a better venue, but the area around it sucks.
Take
So you got
that.
your tickets,
East
John?
Coast.
Yeah, I got.
Are
my
you
tickets.
also applying for a panel again?
Yep.
Cool.
Applications already put in.
Cool.
Okay.
We also got a release date on Titanfall, March 11th. So
There
get
you
your
go.
pre-orders in, I guess.
You know what? I kind of want to play it.
Are you going to pre-order it?
Maybe. I don't know what system I'm going to get it for, because I don't have current plans to get an Xbox One, unless Dead Rising 3 ends up being absolutely amazing.
So PC then, right? Actually, isn't it also on 360?
Yeah, that's why I'm debating, like, well, I can just get it on 360, and I'll probably have more people to play with if I do that.
It might be like a weird, jacked up version. I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I'm worried about.
Who knows? Okay.
Speaking of release dates, PS3, PS4, and Xbox One coming up pretty soon.
Yeah, it should
Yep.
be 3 weeks for PS3.
And 4 for Xbox One.
Yeah.
You guys, like, is no one hyped about this at all?
Well, in a kind of general way, but are you saying anyone in this podcast right now, or?
Yeah, or I guess or overall, because it doesn't seem like too many people are really fired up about it.
I'm
Well, I
kinda
have them
not,
both
yeah.
pre-ordered because, I don't know.
Yeah.
I have an Xbox One, or sorry, I have a PS4 pre-ordered, and the only reason I remember that is because I'm like, oh, I need to make sure I have money for it when it comes out.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. Like it kind of seems like with the kind of lag this generation had behind PC stuff. Like I'm not honestly not like, especially with some of the announcements where it's like, yeah, this game runs at 30 frames per second, or this game looks pretty good. Like it's just I'm not seeing tons of compelling reasons right now, but maybe that'll change. PlayStation Plus is a good program, so if I'm gonna roll that forward onto a new next gen thing, that's conceivable.
Wait, whoa, hang on.
What?
I don't know if you were listening earlier in this show, but we
What?
just got Halo 3 for free.
Oh yeah, right. So
That'll clearly work on the Xbox One.
actually, yeah. I don't
Have
know.
they confirmed it backwards compatibility? I think they said it's not.
Nothing is.
They said it is not. No, my point was, who even needs an Xbox One now?
Right.
We got Halo 3 for free.
Yeah, just kick it like it's 2007. Party all the time. You don't even need it. There you go.
I'm actually morbidly curious about something here right now. I'm going to look something up while we move on to
I'm
the
just
next
thinking of
story.
that meme, yeah. Halo 3, 2007, question mark, profit.
Yeah, like it just you're fine. You're good.
So, if we wanted to buy Halo 3 used right now, $15.
That's
Okay.
literally all the money. That's insane.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah.
Thank goodness that the godlike angels at Microsoft
I mean,
took pity on us.
But
Here-
Halo 3 ODST, I know it's the same price used as well. Look at that.
I mean, here's maybe
Next
how
month's
I'm
game.
realistically looking at this, because, like, I mean, inevitably Naughty Dog is going to put out a game on the PlayStation 4 or something. Like, something's going to compel me to jump in.
Yeah, but it's
But-
gonna be the same problem the Wii U had.
Exactly.
You're gonna have
Like,
to wait.
I jumped in a year early on the Wii U, and, like, finally the reasons to have that thing are coming out now. So I can play
Yeah.
the new Mario game and Pikmin and all this stuff. So this time around, I think I'm just going to use this year of lag time to just play a bunch of stuff I didn't get a chance to play last generation. Like, what's this Dark Souls all about? Or something, you know? Like, just go back. And then by the time cool stuff rolls around, I'll have gamed up a storm and be ready to go. Like, hey, I just got a new hard drive for my PlayStation 3, and now I can actually play all those PlayStation Plus games. So Infamous 2 might be in my future. I'll see what that's about. From 3 years ago.
Weird.
But-
What a weird
yeah.
choice.
Or Killzone 3. I never finished that game. So I can play it.
Yeah, I got a lot of PS3 games I'm kind of curious in playing. through.
Instead,
Hey,
you should
guys.
play The Wolf Among Us.
I should also play that. You're right. That
And John,
'cause
you should play The Last of Us.
I thought that's what you were gonna say.
Knowing Wolf Among Us is like 2 hours, like, I'll probably do that tomorrow.
But anyway, speaking of PS4,
Yeah.
so kind of two-parter here. This happened just after we recorded last week, because we recorded early last week. Sony announced the PlayStation 4 is coming out in Brazil.
Oh, good. Sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It is great. Fantastic. Now, the price of it in American dollars is going to be just around 1,850.
Oh, so
That
for
sounds
like
about right.
4
Yeah.
PlayStation 4s, you're saying?
Yeah.
So me and my bros can roll
So
around.
make a sweet
That's
video of us using PlayStation 4s as toilet paper and send it to Brazil.
Yeah, like, what? What is the reasoning behind that? Like, I mean,
It's based on their taxes and whatnot.
okay.
So apparently a lot of the taxes that bumps it up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And Sony has come forth and even said, we don't want it to be that price. We're trying to work with people, but we don't think it should be that price either.
Like, is it just like Brazil treats entertainment products of this nature as like a weird problem or something? Like, why would you tax something like that? Like, that's like cigarettes or something, you know? That's crazy. 63% taxes.
There you go.
I'm just shaking my head. Sorry, Brazil. That's too bad. So is everyone's just going to import it or something? Like, how's this going to play out? Is that a thing?
I'm gonna buy 4 of them and then
Yeah.
laugh.
There you
Okay.
go. Yeah. The Sony actually put down the whole breakdown of how much it costs basically to send.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
it's kind of interesting look, but it's just like, wow, why is that the case? That's kind of ridiculous.
Mhm.
I think people said it was basically brought down to the fact that they don't really manufacture them in that country.
Is anyone gonna actually buy that? Like,
Someone
don't
will,
know.
dude.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I'm sure
I
the
feel
Xbox
so bad
or the
for
PS3
them.
was also super expensive.
I feel so bad for them.
I feel like I've heard this story before for a different console.
Well, it's like the ongoing plight of like Australian gamers too, of like
Yeah.
everything's just stupid expensive down there.
I
And
feel like I
don't
should
know.
stop wrapping all my Christmas presents in PlayStation 4s. I just feel so bad for them.
Yeah. $3.99 up here,
Yep.
right? So
Last thing, real exciting. There's a PlayStation app coming to iOS.
I mean, what does that mean?
I don't know. There's an Xbox app, so it's probably like that.
just
Oh.
manage your trophies and stuff, or
And I don't know. The Xbox One, the Smart Glass, lets you do crazy stuff like change the song in Just Dance.
it meant it's an app that you can play PS1 games on or something like that. Like you can
No,
find
it's
play,
just
play,
like
the
a
PlayStation
buddy
Store
app.
stuff.
Like, yeah.
so you can message people,
It'll probably be like the Steam app.
browse the PlayStation website.
You can now buy games on your Steam app.
Oh, you can see what your friends are playing, and then be like, "Hey, cool." So, all right, there you go, iOS app. Coming
Yep,
soon.
that's happening.
There you go.
Solve the
News.
mystery.
It does mention that it's going to be like a second screen feature, but I thought that's what the Vita was going to be.
Vita's going to be that as well, I believe.
So third screen feature.
Yeah, there you go. Just put them side by side to your TV.
All right, great.
You've done it. Emails. Let me jump on the gun on that.
No, that's fine. Should I?
No, let's emails. That was all for news. Not a ton that's happened.
No one said anything after I said emails. So
Yeah,
like,
I was waiting
uh-oh.
for you to say emails. So
All
right.
there you go.
That's also where the music will go, so there you go.
Okay.
I'll do the first one.
Solve the mystery.
Okay.
Natalie writes in, "Hey guys, a few friends and I are starting an all-girl podcast about gaming.
Okay.
But we're having some disagreements about the name of our podcast. How did you come up with your name? Also, do you have any advice for us on getting started?"
My name
Thanks.
suggestion is Dude Bros Anonymous.
That's a great name for an all-girl
There you go.
podcast.
Exactly.
Great.
Like,
Just
'cause-
make it ironic and just make it the most broest name ever, and then when people tune in and find out it's just all girls, you'll get a huge laugh.
Mhm.
Now,
Or if you want to be taken seriously,
I think you should do the opposite of that and utilize the fact that you're girls on the internet.
no, don't.
I'm
That
not saying-
backfires so much.
I'm just saying, like, it'll work. It'll so work.
Are you sure though?
Don't actually take my Dude Bro comment seriously, by the way. That will also backfire.
Right. So
Just come up with something that'll be taken, I guess, seriously, or at least you guys think sounds cool. Like when we named the podcast,
yeah,
was it all three of us or was it just you and me, Sean?
No, it was all three of
also
us, because I
there.
remember Nathan had a bunch of terrible ideas.
Yeah, we started
Like,
going
whoa,
through.
whoa, hey, what do you got against The Enthusiasts? Was a great name.
Or like, what was it, the elitists?
No, it was Enthusiasts.
I think they was both. I think you
I
brought
remember
both to the
enthusiast. I remember enthusiast at least.
Yeah, it was specifically the pronunciation of Enthusiasts, but whatever, fine. Do you want to say how we actually discovered the name? Because I like that story.
Yeah, Sean, you want to tell her, or should I keep going?
Keep going.
Keep going, I forget it.
All right. So we all went on Giant Bomb and we looked at their gaming concepts list, and we literally went through that and just kept saying out what kind of sounded cool as a name, and we used that as a podcast.
Right. So
So-
like top-down perspective, just like the perspective in some games, and we're just like,
Yeah.
huh, that kind of actually works on a other.
Yeah, we
level.
were like on the fence about it and a couple other ones, but we ended up for sure going with TDP.
I don't even remember
obviously.
the other ones. I do remember that now. I don't remember the other ones we were looking at.
Yeah, I
can't
can't
either.
remember any noteworthy.
We had a
secondary
list at some
names.
point. I think we even had it on Xbox.
What?
I think you messaged me on Xbox a couple name suggestions back when we were first figuring it out.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Like brainstorming sessions on Xbox.
I think
specific.
originally we were talking about it in a party chat on the 360.
Something like that. That sounds right.
So,
So that's how we came up with ours. I don't know. If that's a
okay,
good
here's a
idea.
question. Do you think their name should, in some
Leverage
way,
their gender?
mention that they're girls?
I don't think they need to.
I think that would be such a good marketing strategy, though.
But other podcasts also do that, so really...
Yeah, like
I guess it depends on how you want to look at it. You have the correct logic in that, well, they can differentiate themselves from other podcasts. But at the same time, they might drag in a crowd they don't want.
mm-hmm. Like
Any
especially with
publicity
like
is good publicity.
well with the feminist frequency, like hot button, stuff going on lately around that topic. Like you might just not want to put up a lightning rod for that kind of stuff. Like just be enthusiastic about stuff. Don't. Yeah, I'm not saying use the word enthusiast in it necessarily, but I like that word. But I don't know. Something. I'm trying to think. Alliteration is great. Maybe I throw that around a lot
Just-
in things.
yeah. Keep coming up with different things that you each separately like, and then try to find something that eventually everyone kind of agrees on.
I
And
guess
obviously, double check to make sure it's not already used. I think we had at least one or two choices that were already used.
yeah.
So
Paul and I
always
ran
Google
into that
search your
problem.
name.
Yeah.
Maybe
And
even
make
search
sure.
it in Twitter and see if other places are using it. Did you
Or
want
Or like
something that's your own?
obviously
There was
the-
one that we were super psyched about, and then we found out it was used.
I don't remember that at all.
I mean, obviously the phrase top-down perspective isn't everything, but it's not as a thing, Like, it's not a media thing. It's just a descriptive word.
Just a concept. Yeah.
I guess the one point of advice from our little story, though, maybe make sure it sounds okay out loud. Like, say it out loud a bunch.
Yeah.
Make sure...
Wait, does ours not sound good out loud?
No, it does. It's fine. I'm just saying, like, that's a good litmus test for making sure it'll have, it'll work for you. It won't annoy you after, like, 5 minutes.
So you're saying they shouldn't each take their first name and put it all together in one word?
Like, just mash it up into this unpronounceable word? Probably not a good idea. Yeah. But, I don't know. I guess, as also just advice for getting started, Audacity is pretty good.
Yeah, Audacity is a good free way to record your audio.
That's how we're doing it, so...
Mm-hmm.
Skype's cool. However, you can't
Any
You can't
microphone?
a lot of podcasts that if you're not meeting in person, which I'm assuming you guys probably aren't, you record Skype calls, but as of December they're taking a lot of that functionality out.
Wait,
Oh,
what?
okay.
Yeah. So that's a thing.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, but I guess if you can meet in person, that's a good way to do it.
Yeah, the thing with doing a podcast online is that you will end up talking over each other a bunch.
That does happen. Yep.
And we started off doing in person because this was originally a school project for Sean.
Yeah. But yeah, no, if you can't, Skype does work. Google Hangouts seem pretty cool. There's a lot of stuff you can do, and we're gonna start doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think. If you want a cool name, go to the Rock Band name generator, and they're usually pretty great. Maybe look there.
Yeah, I've heard some decent ones come out of that. So
pretty silly.
Yeah, just keep firing back even random names, and eventually your brain will click with something. Even if it's something you didn't write down, you might take bits and pieces of other names and eventually come up with one you like.
Yeah. And as for microphone stuff, I don't know. Like, I'm just using a Sennheiser headset. That might not be the best, but John probably knows more about preferable things. Should I?
Well, there's plenty
else?
of websites that's like get the best. This is the perfect podcasting microphone or the cheapest microphone and stuff.
Yeah,
Wirecutter's a great website.
It is
for
a great
that
website.
stuff.
Wire cutters are also great tools to have.
There you go. Yeah.
In case you need to break into a fence.
Yep.
Or a fenced-off area.
Okay. Next question is from Justin, or series of questions. Hello, TDP. Couple questions for you guys. Are there any games you are looking forward to in 2014? That's next year.
Well,
Last Guardian.
Watch Dogs now. Yeah. Last Guardian. Okay.
Halo 3 ODST being free.
Oh man, I can't wait for that.
Like Arkham Origins, when that's cheap, that'll be sweet.
The new Smash Bros, the new Mario Kart.
Yeah, those are safe bets.
Pokemon. Whatever the next one is.
Whatever the follow-up to the next Batman game is.
Is that next year? Oh, the one from
they're starting to get to that
actual
point.
Rocksteady?
Oh, I don't even know what Rocksteady is supposed to be working on now.
Well, no, they're doing a Silver Age Batman.
That is confirmed?
Yeah, that was announced before this one, so...
I thought that was just rumor.
Nope, that was a thing. They're working on that.
Well, I could see Rocksteady getting that out next year.
It's like Dragon's
It's been a
Dogma
while, so maybe.
2? I don't know.
What's coming out next year?
Is that next year?
Yes,
Probably, yeah.
Sir.
The Witness.
That's not a launch title for PS4.
Oh, The Witness. That's right. I am looking forward to that. What, like Mugenics? That's probably next year.
Oh, Professor Layton comes out early next year.
Titanfall? Yeah, we talked about it earlier. Destiny? Maybe? That'll be good.
I'm pretty sure that's next year. Oh, that'll probably be good.
Probably at least somewhat interesting. I don't know. And a bunch of indie surprises that I don't even know exist yet. Those will be fun. Smogo's next game. That'll probably come out next year. Anyway.
Yeah, truth be told, I don't really pay too much attention to what comes out next year until it's next calendar.
Until it's happening, yeah.
Yeah.
The days of me pre-ordering stuff and just being excited because it's got a name I think is cool, like that's kind of faded away. Unless it's...
I don't know, Grand Theft Auto you were pretty excited.
Exactly. I was about to say, unless it's Grand Theft Auto, if they release any DLC next year, I'm going to buy it and play it. That's going to happen, so... Yeah. Next question. Are there any games that you guys play that people don't expect you to play? I don't know.
Hatsume Miku.
Shooters. I play a lot of shooters, and most people don't realize that.
Oh,
Well,
like first-person
Gears.
shooters.
Yeah, Gears and Halo.
Whereas I was like, yeah, the dude's playing, riding, or whatever. What is it?
Oh, I play those too, but I think most people expect those at this point.
Yeah. Gradius all the time.
I love Gradius.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm trying to think of for me, and I can't think of anything. And I'm trying to think for you guys.
I mean,
can't really.
I've brought it up like 19 times, but hey, man, I played that NFL game one time. That was kind of weird.
Okay, yeah, that's a weird one. We don't play it anymore.
I don't. So if they made the 2K
didn't you only play that for
series
achievements?
No, the 2K5. This is PS2.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, if they were. Oh, generally sports games. Yeah, I only play those for achievements, but this was not that. I'm trying to think if there's anything off the beaten path that would be like, what? I didn't know you were into that. That's weird.
Yeah, I can't think of anything specific to you guys, and maybe it's because I know you guys, but I'm just trying to think if there's something that like sticks out.
Yeah, because you don't think like rhythm games or anything like that. You already know all that.
Mm-hmm. Like if Sean was way into some specific horror game, it'd be kind of strange. Just like what?
Sean's totally about Amnesia, didn't you know?
Yeah, Machine for Pigs, dude, beat that thing day one. It was amazing. No, he doesn't do that.
I'm trying to think of what game. Oh, right. 99 Nights was the one that got a big reaction out of Sean.
That's right.
You know, when Nathan was talking earlier, I was thinking 99 Nights and I had forgotten about it, but yeah. That's a weird game to play 7 times.
Yeah.
You should play Bullet Witch.
I guess every now and then maybe there's a game I play that, like, okay, like I'm kind of gearing up to play The Saboteur, which a lot of people didn't like, so sometimes...
Really? Because that got decent reviews, I remember.
Oh, did it?
I think it got like okay reviews.
It got like in the 70s or 80s.
Okay. Never mind.
Oh man, if Mirror's Edge 2 comes out next year, I'd be stoked on that.
Oh man, I actually would be hyped for that.
Okay. Yeah, never mind. I am pretty predictable, apparently, in what games I play. I guess, clearly, because it's like,
John getting Pokemon Y.
Stanley Parable, that'll probably happen.
Yeah. I can see why that would be weird.
It would have been weirder if Nathan had gotten it, but it's still weird with you, because you were like, nope, 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 nope.
No, because I was so on the fence about it the entire time, and then I was just like, fuck it, I'll probably do it. I'll get it while everyone's still enjoying it.
Yeah, to be fair, everyone was talking about it.
Yeah, and I had a bunch of friends who were literally like, hey, if you get this game, you can just come over to our house like every second weekend and we'll all play it together.
But if you don't get it, I don't ever want to see you in this building.
That's exactly how she worded it. How'd you know?
Yeah.
Last question of this round. What kind of games do you play that other people don't know that you play? Secret games.
Oh, this seems like the same one.
Well, don't expect you, but this is like stuff
This is a secret.
To air out some secret stuff here that
most people don't know I play P-Cross.
Oh man, all those Newground porn games.
I was about to say the
I could
Newgrounds Mature
Meat and
tab,
Fuck, whatever they're called.
Yep.
There's probably something called Meat.
Oh
and
wait,
Fuck.
I have
there's
no
a
idea
huge Newground series
what you're
called Meat
talking
and
about,
Fuck.
John. What are those all about? It's been a while, but wink.
I don't even know what is true anymore.
That detective one? Yeah. Anyway.
What?
That's
What?
the thing. I can't tell if he's actually serious anymore because I think that might exist.
What?
Alright, this
I don't
next
know,
question
Steph.
comes in from Junkie GS.
Okay.
I think TDP needs a logo/icon. Burger King has the king, etc. Any ideas of what one could be?
Like a character?
Does he mean like a mascot?
I think he needs a mascot kind of thing. Yeah, like Burger
Yeah,
King has
it
the
seems
king.
like you mean something more iconic because I mean we have our avatar, but it's not
Like we have an icon and stuff.
Yeah.
Like a logo.
like waveform's not kind of unique to top-down perspective. So
Just put,
so
like,
a mascot?
eyeballs on-
I don't know.
mascot or something a symbol a little bit more in line with TDP, I guess.
I don't know what that would like. What would that look like? Would we have to kind of play into the top-down thing? So it's just like, yeah, this square here, that's the top of a dude's head.
Yeah.
He's a really elaborate character.
It's just the top of Mario's hat.
Yeah, it's just this red cube or something. You're just like, what is that? Oh, that's a dude, man. That's video games. And it's like an adventure throwback at the same time. So it shows our roots, you know? We know our history. Old video games.
Should it just be Game Boat?
Game Boat.
Yes. Game Boat.
Why did none of us ever buy one of those?
I never
It's
saw
just a
one.
Dinghy. Also, yeah, that's not a thing you stumble on.
That's true.
henceforth.
It's also the biggest thing ever.
Like, I mean, you bought like Rock Revolution drum kits and dumb stuff, right? Like,
I do
if
have
But he
that,
actually
yes.
played it.
Yeah, but if you encountered like a Game Boat in the same scenario where it's like, oh, this is $5, hell yeah, like I'd buy that.
Yeah,
But
I'd
then
probably
you
do
get
that, too.
home and you blow it up or whatever. I don't know. It's probably a blow up thing, and then you're like,
I'd
great.
use it for something stupid like the slide downstairs.
Now I don't have seating space in this room because I have Game
I would
Boat.
put it on top of my coffee table.
I would just only sit in Game Boat.
What's wrong with that? You're always ready for
You're just-
adventure.
Yeah, you're always on an adventure.
Yeah. It's only for connected
Just put Game Boat in your
adventures.
bathtub and then just sit in there and play a game.
I think
There
it's
you go.
too wide for your average
No,
bathtub.
It,
but...
it's built for
you
two
can't
people
do that
standing.
because it's only for the Connect.
yeah,
minigame.
and like it would display so much water when you get in that.
Well,
thing.
keep in mind that I think the same company that made Game Boat also made like those inflatable Mario Kart carts.
Oh, okay. Man.
Yeah, but those you can play with any game.
We should have invested in a game boat at some point.
I am honestly shocked that one of us didn't cave and just buy a game boat.
So there you go. We should get a game boat and like customize it with a bunch of TDP decals and stuff. And
Yeah, there you go. If anyone wants to buy us one for Christmas, it's coming up.
After this, I'm going to look it up and see what
like
those are on.
Amazon wish list, just put it on there.
Just send it to my P.O. box.
Yeah.
All right, last few questions. Let's wrap it up.
All right, I got this one. Wayward writes in and asks, what's the scariest moment you've had while gaming?
Bioshock 1
Okay.
is just creepy. Or, I haven't played it in years, but it was really creepy.
Like just the splicers coming at you and weird, dark, shadowy stuff. Okay. And now I know, like, John just laughed in our faces at Paul and I. He was just like, you are wimpy children. But I thought Slender was pretty goddamn terrifying.
Dude, I got scared once during Slender, remember? But it was not for Slender itself.
Why? Was it just us screaming?
Okay. No. So, we did a stream on Paul's, or Exposure's, Twitch at one point years ago.
Yeah.
And, we were all playing Slender in the dark and everything. And I was making fun of it, and then something happened that I actually, like, went like, for.
Okay.
And what happened was I had pressed Shift too many times, because Shift was the run key.
Yeah.
And then the game, which was full screen on a TV, suddenly went completely white, and, like, just freaked out because I had activated sticky keys and it went back to the desktop.
Oh, okay.
So it startled me because it was suddenly like this super bright light shining in my face.
Okay, so just jarred you right out of the game.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
that is the scariest thing that's happened while I was gaming.
For me, it's just that game. Like, it's just turning around and seeing things that are scary.
Well, dude, you saw me chasing Slender.
I know. So, once you actually see the character model and stuff, it sort of does away with a bit of it. But at the same time, just the conceit of that game of, like, you're wandering around and something bad is there is just uncomfortable. And it gets me pretty bad every time.
Well, it seems like, just because I've been listening to, like, Patrick Klepek talk a lot recently.
Yeah,
and he's a big Oculus fan.
Stuff. Yeah,
kind of, I thought a point that sounded really interesting is he was like, you kind of have to let yourself be scared. Like, you kind of know this is trying to scare me. I have to kind of let it scare me, and that's part of the fun. And so I feel like if you're actively going against that just, it just kind of won't work.
Mm-hmm. Whereas, I fall into that kind of ready to be scared, like, mode quite easily, so some stuff kind of gets me going. I don't know.
And I just kind of don't have a choice. I'm just scared.
Yeah. So, I mean, I guess that's the follow-up question, is scariest game you've played. Like, I don't know if it's actually Slender, but that is the one that, like, I felt was playing it fair and got me right away. Whereas, like, I keep stalling out in Amnesia and not playing enough of it, so I don't know where that goes. And I guess Call of Cthulhu Dark Corners of the Earth was also pretty weird. That was pretty good at doing some cool stuff. That was quite a while ago.
I think scariest game I've played, or at least the one that got, like, the most emotional reaction out of me, was probably Silent Hill 2.
I've yet to play that, so...
That game basically made me feel uncomfortable with myself by the end of it, which was kind of actually a cool thing to do. So it wasn't scary, but, like, unsettling.
Okay. Cool.
Gone Home got me very unsettled.
Yeah. Like, I mean, it's atmospheric in a way, for sure, but I'm trying to think. Yeah, I mean, like, Resident Evil and stuff does some jumpy scare stuff that totally got me when I was younger, but I'm not sure if that would stand up quite the same way. But, no, there's some solid stuff in there, too. And I guess I'll just roll with the last bit, too. Any character enemy you found especially scary?
Nemesis.
Okay. I guess kind of along those lines, I was thinking of there's basically a Nemesis-style character in Resident Evil 2 that...
Mr. X.
Yeah, like the big coat guy, right? Like
that was the prototype for Nemesis.
Yeah, like I didn't know that was part of that game when I was playing Resident Evil 2. I was just like, oh, this is a sequel, it's in a police station or whatever. And then, like, I don't remember the first time you see him, but there was definitely some good points in that game where, like...
You don't see him till your second playthrough, as in, like, if you play through as Leon, you don't see him till you play through as Claire.
He's in the second half of that game.
Yeah, he's in B mode.
Right, but, like, man, like, you get so used to, like, oh, this is a static background, and then when they start kind of playing with that, it was awesome. Like, it was just like, I can tell that this window is shatterable, and then a licker jumps through it. You're like, okay, I was expecting that. But there's a point where, like, there's just a static wall, and you go in there and find some stuff or whatever, do some things, there's a cutscene or something, and then you run back, and the wall explodes, and dude is there. It was just like, I did not. That's not how this works. This is not supposed to work that way, and it totally got me. So that old game pulled off some cool business.
I'm gonna say a section because I don't really remember if there's many enemies in it.
Yeah.
But a specific section of a game. Dead Space 2, the nursery section.
Okay. Like just kind of.
weird.
I've heard stories about.
It's just
creepy
really
place.
super creepy.
Mhm.
All right, next question. Brooke writes in. So Dual Destinies came out yesterday. What were you excited about the most with this game?
I haven't gotten it yet.
This is Phoenix Wright 5. I haven't gotten it yet either, so...
I still need to finish Apollo Justice.
Is this
I'm
the
excited.
M-rated one? Like this
Yes.
is that one we were talking about? Okay. Huh.
I haven't
guess-
caught
I
it.
wonder if they ever got that rating bumped down after.
No, it is M, because I remember the NeoGAF thread is, so that's why it's M-rated.
Oh,
And I didn't go into it.
I guess I am kind of intrigued, like, how much darker do they go? Like, what kind of stories do they touch
I'm kind of
on?
interested that it's just a download game, kind of
yeah. I find that so weird because the other ones did sell, didn't they? I mean, but I also remember the first couple Phoenix Wright games being hard to track down.
Yeah, like,
The
when
only reason I even got the first one was because a friend bought it for me off Amazon.
like, in my post-Ghost Trick excitement, I kind of was trying to track down copies of those games, and they required some legwork for a couple of them. It's kind of weird, so... It kind of makes sense, and it makes it nice and easy to get those if you want them. Like,
I'm just glad there's more of them, and one day I'll get to it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
once I have the money, I'll download it. But then I still have to play through Apollo, so
Yeah, there's a bunch of those games. Who's got the last one?
I got it.
Okay.
Allison, last question of the podcast. Allison writes in and says, "Hey Sean, do you like using the O powers on Pokemon? And what Kanto starter did you choose from Sycamore?"
I do like using them, and I picked Bulbasaur.
What are the O powers, I guess, just for a little...
I mentioned them earlier. They're the ones where you can power up your friends and stuff.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. There you go.
All right. Games of the week.
Questions?
Oh,
Did we say where they can write in?
yeah,
Oh,
Top
we
Down
didn't.
Perspective at Gmail, TDP Podcast, at TDP
On
Podcast
Twitter.
on Twitter, and the Facebook group, which we mentioned earlier, and send Sean your friend codes for more powering up. Yeah, Games of the Week.
Stanley Parable.
Pokemon X.
Man, okay. I mean, I probably would also echo Stanley Parable, but you kind of already are.
I would. That's what I was going to say, but I just put 27 hours into Pokemon.
Yeah, I mean, I am quite struck
Oh
by.
man, that means Gone Home never gets it. Oh shit.
Yeah,
Dun dun dun.
Oh crap. Gone Home
I mean-
was really cool for me, but I put 27 hours into Pokemon, so I don't really have a choice.
okay.
I played
Yeah.
a lot of good games this week.
This was a good week for all of us.
Yeah, no, some cool discoveries. I think just because I was impressed with how much more flavor that daily challenge mode brings to it. I'm gonna say Spelunky again, but yeah, just because I haven't gotten into the cool stuff in a couple of these, I feel so. I'll stay tuned.
All right,
yeah,
cool.
There you go.
So that'll do it for this week.
Late
Check out our
October.
YouTube page because there's stuff on there.
We will link it in the description for the episode.
Mhm.
No,
We're not?
it'll be on Facebook and stuff.
Okay.
There'll be links everywhere.
Never mind, it will be in Facebook.
And I guess stay tuned for the archives of our other stuff, because that'll happen shortly. Horror type business. Beyond and Dead Space. I don't know if Beyond is a horror game, but it's kind of weird. So, yeah.
See you next week.